What's happening, Paddock? Sam from Real Reds Talk here, just doing my score predictions. Check us out on YouTube, Real Reds Talk. I think it's going to be a 1-1 draw. I think it's going to be a bit of a tight game. Villa been playing really, really well under Emery, and our form's been all over the place. So I think 1-1 draw, Rashford and Ollie Watkins to score. I hope I'm wrong, but let's be having it. Up the Reds.
Ross Murphy and my Paddock matchday prediction as Manchester United take on Aston Villa at Old Trafford. We're now up against an Aston Villa side who have looked exceptionally good since Unai Emery took over from Steven Gerrard. Watkins is on fire, the team are looking good, they're keeping clean sheets. You know, they beat us in Unai Emery's first match in charge at Villa, and they're hoping to do the double over us. They're looking good. They're trying to get into that top four position. It's all about United bouncing back from that midweek draw, which felt like a loss, and hopefully try and seal them Champions League places for next season. My score prediction for the game, hopefully if United keep a clean sheet, they stop Watkins, I'm going to go for a 2-0 Manchester United win. Make sure you like, share and subscribe to Stretford Paddock, and as always, come on United.
Man United up against Aston Villa. This is going to be huge for that top four race. We need a win here, but Villa are so tough to beat. Not only are they really stubborn in defence, but attacking wise as well. Everyone talks about Ollie Watkins getting in good goal scoring form, but they even have Douglas Luiz, who's playing further forward now under Unai Emery. So they possess a lot of threats on all fronts. And as for United, we just look defensively really poor at the moment when we're conceding those sloppy goals, those lapses in concentration as we saw against Spurs. I mean, that felt like a big loss. So we need to get, of course, a massive bounce back here and make sure we get into that top four. So for my prediction, I'll go for a 2-1 win for United.
Hi, I'm Monty Juma here for the Man United Agenda, and I'm giving a prediction in the dark. We've got to win this game against Villa. We had a poor performance in the second half against Tottenham, but Villa are no mugs. They're coming to Old Trafford. I accept our way form's been poor, but coming to Old Trafford, we have to win this game, and it's going to be really tough because this is the form team we're talking about. Emery, have to give the guy credit since he's come to the club. First game beating us way back then. They've done really well. They've employed like a box midfield as well, and Watkins is on fire. Doesn't extend himself anymore. He only works between the width of the 6-yard box, and he's scoring goals and really effective for right now. With our defenders out, it's going to be difficult for us. But I'm always going to say we're going to win. I think we can beat everyone on our best day, and on our best day, I think we can take this maybe 1-0, really close. They're defensively really sound. It's a tough game. Honestly, it is, and you guys know it. So hopefully we can work something, put Sancho on the pitch, put Rashford up top, and Anthony as well. Bruno has to play, and I'll be happy with that. So come on United, let's get a 1-0 win at home and do these villains.
Hi lads, so for today's match prediction, I think it's going to be 2-1 United. Anthony and Bruno, who's been in really good form the last couple of weeks, are going to score for United. And Jacob Ramsey for Villa, just to make it a nervy last 10 minutes. Secure top four. Come on United.
What's going on everyone, Nick here from Real Reds Talk, here to give you guys my score prediction for today's game against Aston Villa. I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw. I think Aston Villa have been in fantastic form. They've won 8 out of the last 10, drawing 2 and scoring quite a few as well. So it's going to be an extremely tough game, but our home form at Old Trafford has been fantastic. So I think it'll be even, I think it'll be scrappy, I think a draw again, and we move forward. Make sure you are subscribing to Stretford Paddock, and make sure you smash a like on the video, and hope you all enjoy the game.
Hello everybody and welcome to the Stretford Paddock Watchalong. We're here for the Aston Villa game, just under an hour before kickoff, and joined by David Scott, world famous author.
World famous. I'll take that, man. I don't get more intros than Joel Smith does it.
Well, you know, after the success you've had, you've got to be world famous now. I'm sure there's people around the Stretford Paddock who've looked into your book anyway around the world.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I know a few people who've been watching Stretford Paddock have bought the book and stuff. So thanks a lot. It's been a great week to release a book. But big day today for United, obviously with the 3 points we need against Villa. But more so, it could be end of days for the Glazers, or maybe not if they are really planning on getting into bed with Jim Ratcliffe. I caught a little bit of the protests before, and there's pure numbers out there on the streets of Manchester. It's a beautiful thing to see.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are a bit annoyed that when they want a takeover, they want the whole thing, don't they? They don't want just a partial takeover. They want the whole thing. And I'm totally understand why people are protesting today. It's just, I just don't get it. The whole philosophy of United is not even recently, the past 15 years, so get the Glazers out. So why would you want them to stick around?
Yeah, I mean, there seems to have been a shift as well in terms of the majority of fans. I think initially when the 2 bids came out, whether it was going to be from Qatar or it was going to be Sir Jim Ratcliffe, a lot of people were thinking Sir Jim Ratcliffe, local lad and all this. That narrative quickly changed this week when rumours came out that there's supposedly a bid that may be that the Glazers are going to stay and Sir Jim Ratcliffe is still going to be like the main stakeholder at Old Trafford. So, I mean, every time there's a protest against the Glazers at Old Trafford, it's a great thing, and obviously best of luck everybody who's out there, with the flares and the singing and banners and so on and so forth. We've wanted them out for a long time, and hopefully this is another step closer towards them being out the door. But what we're doing today then, Ross, is team news.
Well, team news has just been released. Bit of a change, really. We've got, obviously, De Gea in goal. That's not going to change anytime soon. We've got Malacia left back, Dalot right back, and we've got Shaw and Lindelof as the centre backs. Midfield of Sabitzer, Casemiro and Eriksen, and then usual front three of Bruno Fernandes, Rashford and Sancho. I mean, Sancho and Rashford obviously scored the last game, so they'll be looking to push forward with that. But what do you think of the defence?
Yeah, I mean, Wan-Bissaka's probably been one of the most improved players post-Christmas. I think after the World Cup, a lot of people thought that he may even be out in the January transfer window, but he certainly turned it around. So I'm not too sure what the thought process was behind him getting dropped. But, Dalot coming, and I do like the way he attacks down the flanks. He's probably got that in his bag a little bit more than Wan-Bissaka has. But yeah, I mean, it's not going to be an easy game, is it, at all? I think Villa, last time we played them in the Cup, we beat them, and in the league, they gave us a really difficult game. Is it 13 games now that they're unbeaten?
Well, no, if they win today, it'll be 11 in a row. They've done 10 without losing. A few draws in there. Beat Chelsea, obviously, but I mean, everyone's doing that at the moment. I think it's like February. I think 18th, was it? February 18th, last time they lost a game. So, I mean, it's some run that. So, yeah, let's hope we can end it. But they'll be coming into this thinking, listen, 10 games unbeaten, we can beat anyone or draw against anyone, get some points. So, yeah, it'll be a really tough game. Just as well, looking at the bench, we got Butland, backup keeper. Maguire's in there. Wan-Bissaka, we just talked about a minute ago, was there. Brandon Williams, which I'm quite surprised to see him there. Fred, Palestri, Anthony, Marshall, and Wout Weghorst. I mean, I think we might see a few of them come on today.
I think so as well. And I mean, Anthony, he's been a starter, hasn't he, all season? So I'd be surprised if he doesn't come on. But are we looking to see like Fernandes starting on the right hand side? Do you think that's going to be the case?
I don't know, to be honest, because with Eriksen, I know he creates a lot, but he's usually a little bit deeper, and Fernandes is usually the one going a bit forward. So I don't know if they're just like overloading the midfield. They might even go for a 4-4-2 in a way.
Yeah,
not a traditional one, but just having 4 midfielders in there and 2 up front.
Yeah, and I think when you look at it, if they do play them 3 across the top as it looks there, they can drift apart from each other. Sancho can play left and right. Sancho can play either side. So hopefully, that's something that can confuse.
And Rashford as well. He seems to like it on the left hand side.
Yeah.
So I don't think he'll be dead down the centre. He'll probably drift over. So yeah, I can see some goals in this game today. But once again, not only the way we are, but the way defenders is, I think we might concede a couple.
We seem to be running on last legs at the moment, doesn't it? I think it's going to be a right all effort to get to the end of the season. I'm confident we'll finish top 4, whether that be the 3rd or 4th. Obviously, midweek wasn't the greatest performance, but I think the games that are coming ahead of us, I think just maybe 6 more points, and that definitely seals the top 4.
I think that should be it. But yeah, it's tough because we do look good in certain parts of games. Like the Spurs game, we looked like we could have been 4-0 up at half time, and then we end up drawing, which I just can't get it. It's similar to the Sevilla game recently. So we just got to make sure we've got to do it in the first half, and then by the time we get tied in the second, we just got to make sure we've got enough goals to get the 3 points. By the way, Jordan's here, by the way. He's going to take over.
You know, I've been sweating to get in, mate, honestly.
Yeah, Jordan.
I'm all right, mate, yeah. Honestly, I'm tired, mate.
Where have you come from?
I've played Sunday League.
Right,
I've left at half time. It's 1-1 at half time, thinking, right, we'll do this now. I've left. I've rung them. Are we getting on? 5-2 down. I'm like, what's happening?
Did they sub you off, or did you just walk off?
I've come off because
right,
I said, right, I'll try and get here for 1 o'clock dead on. Obviously, I'm late. Apologies, please, everyone there. Jesus Christ. But then, they just bottled it.
Yeah, 5-2, man.
Honestly.
Well, at least none of the responsibility is yours, is it? You can go back and say,
no,
if I wasn't there.
I'm not that guy, though. I can't do that to him.
What are you thinking today, then, Jordan?
It's a big one, isn't it? Because we go 3rd, Villa go 5th.
Yeah. Playing well at Villa, aren't they?
Yeah. That's big when you think we're where they were under Gerrard, and then Emery's come in. Yes, he's a very, very good gaffer, don't get me wrong, but you wouldn't expect the jump they had in that short amount of time.
No.
I mean, it's actually crazy what they've done so far, and I think these lot are our bogey team now. I thought it was Wolves last couple of years, because it seemed like we played Wolves like 13 times a season.
Yeah.
But I think it's these lot now, and I really think we're going to struggle today.
Really?
I do. I think we're really going to struggle today.
Wow. Well, we are going to get our score predictions later on in there. What do you reckon to the lineup there? We've got like Wan-Bissaka looks like he's been dropped. Maguire's to the bench, but Shaw and Lindelof centre back pairing.
I mean, the centre half pairing I don't mind, because they did well last time. Why he's dropped Wan-Bissaka, I have no idea, unless he's got a little injury or something. Malacia's not looked great the past couple of games, even when he's coming. But Bruno can play out there, he's all right there. Sancho's been in good form, which we'll get onto a little bit later on, I'm sure. Rashi up top, he bagged last game, you know, this little sort of mini goal drought he's on is over now. But, I mean, I'd much rather Bruno in that middle, because the way he's been interchanging between an 8 and a 6, he's been so good. He's been ticking everything in the midfield, and I don't know, I'm iffy about that. I said we're going to struggle before. I've seen that and thought, oh, shit. Honestly, bloody hell.
I've had any comments, Dave?
Yeah, I was just going to say, if you want to get your comments, put score predictions in the comments, and if you can, give the video a like. That'll really help us out. So yeah, just give us your score predictions, and we'll go through them, see what you guys think.
Honestly, I want to say 2-2, but
2-2.
I'm scared, mate. There's goals in this game.
Yeah.
I'm just saying there's goals in this game.
I still think we'll concede probably 2, but I think we'll score a few today. I think.
I mean,
I'm going like 4-2-ish.
4-2.
Yeah.
4-2 and 2-2.
Yeah.
That is a lot of goals. I'm happy with a 1-0 win. I'll take the 3 points.
No, I'm saying 2-2 positively.
Yeah.
I'm worried about this. I keep saying that I'm worried about this game.
I think have you had the Villa team out yet, Callum? I think they've got a lot of injuries from what I was reading yesterday, so they might have like 4 or 5 players out. But I know what you mean in terms of a bit of a bogey team, and not just a bogey team, but a bogey manager. Like Emery's record against United is
Emery loves gaffering against us, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And you can see his qualities, how he's took that team from where he was to where they are now. No one would have thought that Villa would have been fighting for the European spot when Emery took over from Gerrard.
Yeah.
They were in a dire state. Then. And I think the last time they finished as high as 6th maybe was when Ashley Young was still there. And think how long ago that was.
Yeah, it was a while.
That was ages ago. So I don't know what he's done to the same group of players that he's got in, but you have to just commend it.
He's just a proper manager, isn't he? I think obviously Gerrard did well when he was at Rangers, but I think it was always going to be a step above, to go down to the Premier League and prove your worth. But I also think Villa has benefited from the downfall of the likes of Chelsea and your Liverpools and your Spurs, and they haven't they? I thought they capitalised, but they have been, unbeaten since February the 18th. We were saying, so it's definitely not going to be.
Are they unbeaten?
Is it unbeaten?
10 games unbeaten.
Yeah. But records are there to be beaten, Jordan. Don't be coming here with all your pessimism because you're Sunday league.
Yeah, well, that's just watch my guys crumble. I've got to watch these guys go to bleeding blows now.
With respect to the Sunday league team that you play for, I'm hoping Manchester United are a bit better.
Hey, I think I could have done a better job than Fred last game when he come on.
I'm not having Fred slander on it.
I love him. Yeah. I stand him. I love the geezer. The energy, the fact he's always smiling. I love the guy. But I couldn't back him on.
Yeah, I know.
I couldn't back him midweek. He was Eric Dyer, mate.
Got a few people saying it 3-2 comeback, and then someone more confident with a 4-0. 3-1 for us. Someone then saying 2-2 like you. Another 3-1. Another 3-1. So that's another. Well, I sort of said another 3-1. One's a Villa 3-1.
Oh wow.
And then 3-2. So a lot of people think it's going to be close, but yeah, I can see your point. That it could go either way, but I'm just a bit confident today.
I'm iffy. Well, we've got the Villa team there. Martinez in goal. Ashley Young playing against his former team, right back. I mean, left back. He's gone left wing, left back, right back. What a geezer. I mean, Ezri Konsa, Tyrone Mings, Alex Moreno. And in midfield, they've got Dendonka, Douglas Luiz and John McGinn, which is interesting because we were linked with him for a long period of time, and we don't really now. He's come into under Emery. He's been very good under him, and I think after Gerrard didn't really fancy him, I don't think, when he was there, but he's doing very well for Aston Villa at the minute. And a front three of Buendia, Jacob Ramsey and Ollie Watkins. I mean, Watkins is a danger guy, but the one thing I'm all right with, Luke Shaw at centre-half against Spurs, he showed his pace that we almost seem to forget that he has when he's playing full-back, because I think he just looks more rapid at centre half, because you're not expecting a centre half to be that quick when they're tracking back or on the ball or whatever. So I'm happy in that regard. Lindelof as well, he's had a good couple of games since he's been in there. It's Malacia I'm worried about. I'm worried about him on that side against Buendia. That's my issue.
Yeah, that's been a consideration the last sort of 4 or 5 games, hasn't it? Every team that's come and attacked us, it seems to have gone through the Malacia side, especially when we're playing Seville.
I think that's why, in a way, maybe Williams is on the bench, because I think it's got to be the last chance saloon for him soon. Malacia, he's had that many chances where he's just.
It's only his first season, David. Last chance
saloon.
to lose.
You got to be honest. If we were progressing, we're talking about winning 3 trophies this year.
Yeah.
And you're thinking, is he the kind of player that at the moment where we'd win them? And yeah, maybe it will come good, but at the moment it's not happening. So, and we need the points at the moment. So
yeah, but I the thing is, I don't think if Varane and Martinez are fit, Shaw moves out to the left. Do you know what I mean? So he's got time ahead of him. But yeah, so I think he has been guilty of having subpar performances, but you can't put it all down to him.
It's not all him.
He's sort of collateral damage for them.
It's just like you said, a lot of things have come through him that side.
Yeah,
maybe even a confidence thing. Sometimes you just have a couple of games off.
Yeah.
If he has a shocker today, I'm sure they'll. I mean, we got Wan-Bissaka as well on the bench, but
I mean that's the thing though. Going from Malacia to Wan-Bissaka, I think we were buzzing when Malacia had his first couple of games. He looked right on it. He looks like a clever little piece of business for something like 12 or 13 million. Wan-Bissaka's come in and Ten Hag has gone, well, I don't fancy him. And I literally remember the confirmation. I remember watching it on Sky and they're going, he wants him out in the summer. He's going to get rid of him. Blah blah blah. He has come leaps and bounds in the past few games. He looks a lot more confident on the ball, taking people on. You saw it in the FA Cup semi-final.
Step-overs.
The step-overs and the little 1-2 touches he's doing. You're thinking Mitoma's going to murder him here. And I know how good he is 1v1, but he was absolutely fantastic at right back, which is why I'm so surprised he dropped him. You'd think, keep that run of form going.
Yeah. There must be a knock or something, just because why would you drop him in the other?
Well, that's what I mean. And Dalot has been all right. He's been okay. I know he's been playing that position as well. But right now, Wan-Bissaka starts over him. So it must be something like that. It's got to be. It absolutely has to be.
I'd love the people who are watching to get their opinion on this. Obviously, there's big protests going on today against the Glazers. And rumours are if people will stick to it, they're not going to actually be entering into Old Trafford till 18 minutes into the game. Now, do you think that could have a knock-on effect on the players? What do you reckon, Jordan?
No, the professionals, they should know, shouldn't they? They should just sit their head down and get on with it. But I can't imagine an influx of fans coming into the stadium sort of almost midway through the first half really affect them too much. If it does, then you've got to question how they're football players.
Yeah, of course.
Because you're in a 75,000 seat stadium. Like, why are you allowing like a big, well, I'd say a big, decent chunk of fans coming back in to let them go off the game? If they do, fuming.
Yeah.
Fuming. Fuming.
Worst excuse of what your mates will be pulling later on. Well, we would have won if Jordan had pissed off at half time.
I was at fault for the first goal.
We'll talk about that. What do you reckon, Dave? So you could potentially have half an empty stadium 20 minutes in the game.
Yeah, well, I think that's what needs to be done. At the moment, the protests, it doesn't really affect anyone. I mean, it's just reported on, but visually it's outside. But the stadium's full. I remember the last one. But we got in, I think, 5 minutes after kickoff, and it was already full, the stadium.
Yeah.
So when it's on TV, it's not that visual thing. Maybe foreign countries and stuff, they may not be reporting on the protests outside. They just show the game. It looks like a full stadium, everything's hunky-dory. But I think in Italy they did it years ago where they just didn't show up to games, and it made a massive impact because shareholders or whatever look at it and think, Christ, why are people not there? And then that's when they explore why not. And when the stadium's full, it's never going to happen. But the issue is it's the people who have to buy the tickets and not show up, because if they don't buy the tickets, someone else is going to buy. It's United, someone else is going to buy them.
Yeah. Even if they don't turn up to the seat, as long as someone's paid the money for the seat, that's all that the Glazers be bothered about. I mean, half an empty stadium shouldn't impact professional footballers. You've only got to look at Man City week in, week out. They play in front of an empty house, so and they're doing pretty well. So I don't think we'll miss it that much. But moving on, looking ahead towards the end of the season, Jordan, do you think we're literally running on our last legs?
Last legs, I'm not sure about. But then when people come in, as we saw from Fred on Thursday, we just look a little bit off it now. And I don't know if they're sweating, if they're thinking we need to grab this top four. Because if you beat Spurs midweek, you've pretty much got top four guaranteed. And I think if we beat Villa, I think with 3 points out of Newcastle now, I think, but with a game extra played, and their goal difference is going to murder us. So I'd rather be in third, obviously, but I'm worried for when the summer comes, players are going to move on. There's no doubt. There's at least, I want to say 5, because we've seen how ruthless Ten Hag can be when he's dropped Rashford being the best player on the pitch. He's dealt with one of the best players of all time, if not the way he's dealt that situation. So when he gets a summer behind him where he can just go, right, I've seen how these guys play for the season, I'll chop and change where I want now. You're talking 5, 6, 7. It could be similar to what we saw in the summer before.
Yeah.
So, look, if the players are going to go, he's either got to promote a lot of the youth players, or he's getting rid of all of this squad depth, should we say, for knowing that he's got a big chunk of money coming into him. And he's not going to have that with the Glazers. He won't have a huge chunk. And if he does, we're talking about spending 100 million on Kane or 100 million on Osimhen. Then where the hell do you replace the 4 players who's just gone? I'm talking maybe Fred, maybe Scott McTominay. Players of that calibre who are just sort of on the edge of the first team.
I think the players like that they'll keep because they're becoming useful when there is injuries and things like that. Obviously they want to play first team football constantly, but it's not guaranteed for them. They're the players you need around just in case there is injuries. You are on the bench all the time and then you can bring them in. But you got to remember, the reason we're playing the way we are as well is they look knackered. We've played 10 games more than Arsenal, 14 more than Newcastle. We've been in every game of the FA Cup. We've obviously got the final coming up. Got every game of the Carabao Cup. We've progressed quite far in the Europa League. We've played in all the Premier League. They're knackered. And with all the injuries we've had, it's not surprising that we're capitulating at the end of games now, because I just think they're done at the moment.
Yeah. And obviously the sort of lack of goals we're scoring. You were talking about goal difference there when you look at someone like Newcastle. Even at Brighton this weekend as well, put 6 past Wolves. When's the last time United had that sort of dominated? So, we had that game against Everton where we broke all records for shots on target in the first half. Scored 1 in that first. Do you know what I mean? And we definitely do need a striker this summer. And Ten Hag came out yesterday with some quotes and was saying that a number 9 is definitely needed up front. But you make a point there, Jordan, that we are going to have to move a lot of people on. And obviously with the protest today, it could be that Ten Hag has to get rid of people to bring money into, to put investment into. I mean, that's not what you want. If you're an ambition, your ambition of chasing the title, you shouldn't have to be doing any sort of shopping. Like, I'll sell this to buy that. So
yeah. I mean, look at City. City aren't doing that, are they? Let's be honest.
Yeah.
I know they've got a financial backing there every transfer window they go to, but they're not sweating going, right, well, we need to get rid of Gundogan to make sure we can get someone else in, or we need to get rid of Mahrez because he's getting on to get another world-class winger in. They've got the depth there. They've got a world-class replacement for everyone. And it's up to Ten Hag to sort of make everyone happy in that regard. Because when we saw Pep do it, Jacques Cancelo spat his dummy out. He went, right, we've got Ake who can play there. We've got Rico Lewis who's coming in. Seen a bit off you go. And you're thinking, he was best full-back in the league last year. Why is it so easy? But because they've got that much bleeding squad depth, it's absolutely crazy. And I don't think we're going to be able to replace the squad depth that we've currently got at the minute, even though it's bare bone, as Dave was saying, we're playing so many games now. If you're going to go and spend 100 million on a striker, whether it's Kane, whether it's Osimhen, if we can't get those two, it's diabolical, really, isn't it? When you think they're the 2 main ones that we're going to be going for. Where else is he going to spend the money? Because he might have, 200 mil?
I think we've kicked someone like Kane, though, and the fact that he's got a year left in his contract, I don't think he'll be 100 million now.
Levy. It's Levy days.
Yeah, but
come on, he'll squeeze every bit out of
if he'll go for free, then the next season he'll take anything. I think. I'm not saying anything's like. I think you get him for 70 million. I think you get 30
this summer.
Yeah. Anyway,
I'd say that's 70 mil.
Right. Well, I'd start their hand off for 70 mil, bleeding hell. But I just don't think we know what Levy's like as an operator. He's buy low, sell extremely, extremely high.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, if he's going right next year, we'll try and challenge for top 4. He's a direct rival. How the hell am I going to sell England's top goal scorer, probably soon to be the Premier League top goal scorer, for less than 100 million? I know he's only got a year on his contract, but when he spat his dummy out and wanted to go to City, he's come back and Levy's done something and got him to sign a new contract.
Yeah.
So.
But the thing is, it's like you were talking about United having to sort of sell players to reinvest in the squad. If Levy does want to, and that team needs a hell of a lot more overhaul than the Manchester United do. Yeah. So them selling Kane, whether it's between 70 and 100 million, makes good sense, because they've only got one more season in him. They get 100 mil for Kane, or 70 even. It can be reinvested in the.
Yeah.
If I'm Levy, I'm looking at United and going like, McTominay getting my team. Martial's got a year left at Old Trafford. You start looking at swap deals and a bit of cash on top.
You could do that.
I'd take a swap deal. Kane and 60 mil with Martial. I'd drive him down there myself. Bloody hell.
Right, in Brighton news, Garnacho finally signed his contract to 2028, which is, for me, some of the best news we've had. I've been watching him for quite a while. What do you think impact he can have now on the team?
Do you know what makes you laugh about it? Is everyone was giving him, he's injured, it's unknown, what's happened to him? He's injured, he's come back, got his new picks and that. Got a brand new set of gashes, eh?
Yeah,
he's literally doing what Ronnie did. Literally, it's the same thing, except he's got that daft bleeding trim. What sort of colours that, honestly?
Ronnie had a bad trim. Remember them little blonde things he had in his hair?
I know, but when he had those little blonde tips and then we went to Real and had the noodle hair, Christ alive, noodle hair Ronaldo was a different bleeding animal. But yeah, I'm happy because he could be something absolutely special. If he keeps his head focused, and I know we saw, I think it was a few weeks ago, there was an Instagram story or a picture where they spotted one of those elf bars on his. It was literally him. It was stupid from him. He took a picture and one of those elf bars that every like woke persons are smoking now, just in the corner. I'm thinking he'll ruin you for that, Ten Hag. He'll absolutely ruin you. I know he's a young kid and he wants to enjoy himself and that, but he has to think that the lucky situation that he's in.
Yeah.
Not a lot of 18-year-olds get the chance to be playing for United. Not week in, week out, but having that much positive talk about him. Just nail him down and just say, look, stop all the bollocks. I know you're 18. You've just signed a new contract. You're here for a long time. Prove your worth, because he'll play him in games. We saw it this season.
He's talented enough, isn't he?
Yeah, and he's won us games this year. Look at Fulham.
He's not looked out of place when he's been in the team as well, because I was quite worried. He'd played a few games with like the 21s and stuff, but mainly an under-18s player. I know he had a great FA Youth Cup last year, but usually players, I mean Rashford did it, but a lot of players going from the 18s directly to the first team, it doesn't really work out. It's a massive step up, and I mean, the physicality of the opposition, pushing off the ball and stuff. But yeah, he's just come in. He looks okay at first, but few games and then he just looks like he belongs there.
Yeah, if you look at the player that is sort of earmarked to replace Sancho this season, whenever Garnacho's played, you wouldn't see Sancho get back in. Even on Sancho on form, I don't think he's done much. Garnacho's had probably more of an impact over the 9 months of a career that he's had as first team at United than Sancho has over 2 and a bit.
Yeah, and I feel sorry for the sentencing Sancho. Not the fact that he's on like £200 a week. I'd snap the hand off for that. But like, he's had a bit of his issues mentally, whatever's happened, and I think he's actually come into a little bit of good form. Like the way he's taking players on, he looks a lot more confident on the ball going 1v1. And we saw it against Spurs with his goal. It was a very good finish, and I'm happy that he's got a run of games consistently starting now. But like you say, he's got Garnacho breathing behind his back. But this is the thing with Garnacho. I wanted to ask you two, would you have let him go to the World Cup with the under-20s for Argentina? Because Mascherano was having talks with Ten Hag, wasn't he? He was trying to basically say, let me have him. And you'd want him, obviously, you'd want him if he's fit. And there's no injury there because he was getting his bleeding teeth sorted out. So, would you have let him go?
Well, it's June the 3rd though, isn't it? Don't they want him when these FA Cup finals?
Is it?
Yeah, so the rumours are that if he goes to the under-20 World Cup, then he misses the FA Cup final for United. So in that sense, no, not a chance. Unlucky. That's my answer.
Just go after the
go
with his medal and just turn up at the World Cup and get another one.
Yeah.
He loves playing against City. We saw him drop Ake. I mean, I didn't realise it was that far away. I thought it was a little bit close, which is why he was sweating so much to get him released. But if I didn't know that, I'd have said, go, get the time, get international experience. But
I just think we've come back from injuries and stuff. Like, I'm always a bit cautious about sending players away on any international tournament. Ferguson never allowed it. It was like all sorts of excuses coming out of the book. He's broke his toenail or whatever. Now he's not coming on holiday with you. Do you know what I mean? So I think when they're just coming back out of injury, and the players that we are going to rely on, obviously we're going into the pre-season after that. So yeah, go mid-June and stuff, but not one like FA Cup final against City when they're on for a treble. Get lost.
I mean, we're looking healthy in that department, I think, out wide. When you think Rashi's there, he's going to start every game. Jadon Sancho, when he's confident, he can play Rashford up front, etc. But next year when we get a 9 in, maybe he's a bit part player. Anthony, he's getting more comfortable game by game. We could say that, right? Palistri's been given a little chance. He's been okay, but I could probably see him getting loaned out again. Diallo's interesting for me, though.
You think he could have a shot coming back at United?
He's been on
I
fire.
know he has. But
too right, I think he has a shout because Ten Hag's given bit part players like Palistri in those positions games, brought them on and go and make an impact. And I think Diallo's too talented, especially for a player you signed for 37 million, who's supposed to be Atalanta's next best thing ever, right? And then he's gone on loan in the Championship. He's been battered and bruised a bit by these Championship fullbacks. I reckon he comes straight in. And I reckon he could give Anthony a right go on the other side. I wouldn't even be surprised if he was literally a first team part of it next year.
Yeah, especially when you're saying we're going to get rid of some of the deadwood. It's nice to bring that sort of player back, having that goal scoring record.
It's a free player as well.
Yeah.
It's not, you don't have to go out and spend millions for him. He's just there, give him a shot. And the way he's just been penetrating the box, it's been amazing. Not just goals, just getting in there and creating for other people. It's what we've really missed, I think. Like you say, just give him a chance. Why not? What's the worst that could happen?
You saw him play unreal for Sunderland. I think he got Young Player of the Year from over there, and then he kicked off when he didn't get it in the Championship.
Yeah. I think a lot of people are like, maybe not, because when he actually played for United before he went to Sunderland on loan, he didn't look great. He looked a bit off it. But I think that's why going out on loan sometimes for a young player just helps you out tremendously, because the pressure's off him. He's not got the Manchester United player. He's playing at Sunderland and just can be free and just do what he can do. And he's, like I say, he's been unbelievable.
I'm buzzing for him. I can't wait for him to come back. I was happy that he kicked off at the EFL though.
Yeah,
it was ballsy, but I liked it because that's his sort of youth mindset. He's like Young Player of the Year who.
But you want that. That's what you want, though, innit? That's that sort of ambition. It's that I deserve this sort of stuff.
You want to be fuming when you haven't got an accolade that you think you deserve.
Yeah.
And I rate it. He's up. He's all right up here. I think he's fine up there. The rest of him we're all bleeding worried about.
Yeah. Are you worried about scoring goals then today?
Well, I've been worried about scoring goals all season.
Yeah, but you said 2-2 though, and you said 4-2 there, so I don't know where these
we can score 2 goals.
It's because Rashford's finally got a goal again.
Yeah.
I think obviously his confidence will be up. Sancho's got a goal, which he desperately needed, and I think them two will be thinking, right, we need to push on from this. I know Villa have been great recently, but yeah, they've got to go for it, because especially Sancho, his confidence has got to be up and down constantly. So the fact that he's got a goal, if he can get back-to-back goals now and maybe a couple, he'll just keep going. I think
it's not going to be easy against Villa's defence. No,
of course
not. You look at that.
Well, I think if we get an early enough goal, and I think we can score a few.
Yeah, I've been if I can put one criticism at our midfield, and I think that area's probably been one of our strengths this season. It probably is the lack of goals that are coming from it. I know Casemiro's popped up with a couple of important ones. Fernandes and stuff, and Eriksen has been injured. Sabitzer is expecting more from him as a goal threat. But outside the box, we don't seem to be doing much, do we, from midfield?
It's difficult because I think Ten Hag's got him sort of switching roles now and then, like midway through games, because it's so fluid between whether you can play Eriksen can play 10-8 or he can do a job with Casemiro as a 6. Sabitzer can play 10-8 and do a job as a 6. Bruno can now do a job as a 6. It's like they're just constantly rotating in and out, and the consistency just doesn't seem to be there in terms of, right, you stay there, you've got 90 minutes or until I bring you off, you stay there and do a job, because Casemiro can screen. He's decent enough on the ball, he can screen the back four, slot in centre out if he needs. You be the glue between that back four and the front three. And it's just chopping and changing all the time. And I think Eriksen's just looked a little bit off it the past couple of games, which is why I think he's been brought off in those games. That's why I'd have started Bruno in the middle there. And I think Anthony probably should have started this game.
You think?
I think so, because I think that full-back they've got, that Spanish fella, he's very good going forward, but I think he's a little bit iffy at the back. And Anthony there, or Sancho, who's in good form, go and take him on, go and embarrass him, and then get in the red straight away in the first 5 or 10 minutes. Then he'll just crumble. Maybe you can just throw everything on that side. Bruno over there.
But maybe that's why what Ten Hag's thinking. He's thinking we have been good in the first half, and second half we've dropped off. Maybe he's thinking, right, we'll do what we can in the first half, and second half I'll bring Anthony on, I'll bring Wan-Bissaka on, and then we'll have a fresh right side. That might be his game plan.
Yeah, and I think I was questioning about what reinforcements we could bring into the midfield then. But then Bruno can go into the middle, and then you can bring on Anthony Martial if you want to put him on the right, Pellistri, etc. But it's an issue. And I don't know where we sort it in the summer.
Yeah.
Because do he take Sabitzer? If you could sign Sabitzer for 18 million, he wanted to stay, absolutely, bring him in. Squad depth and everything. I think Eriksen's probably got one more season in him after this one, and then I think he'll probably be done.
Yeah.
So why are we having to operate looking for little cheap deals again? Because we've got to spend hugely on a 9. And do you go Kane or do you go Osimhen?
Me, I go Kane.
I'm the same. I'd go Kane. He's proven.
I agree with you, but I want to throw in the fact there's 6 years between them. I
know that, but that I'm going off the basis that Kane's like scored year on, year out in the Premier League, and that's what United need. For me, I want United to put a title challenge together next year. I'm not saying that won't happen with Osimhen, but I'm just saying history would show us that sometimes it can take a while for a player to come from a foreign league. Not always the case. Haaland's a great example of that. It's come from a different league into the Premier League, and it takes him a while to embed. So do you want to wait that year? Or me, I've waited long enough. I'm ready for a title challenge next year, please.
I think without our injuries and being knackered, if we had had Kane this year, I think we'd be right up the league. So, I'd take him all day. He is proven, he can do it. He's done it year in, year out. He's not won anything either, so he'd be desperate if he comes here to win something. He's worked with Eriksen before, so Eriksen knows how he plays. And I think with people like Fernandes as well, linking up with him, I think we're on a winner.
And there's 6 years difference in age, but Kane isn't a player that's ever relied on his pace.
No,
you know what I mean? And he's clinical, and he can play deep and stuff, and there's a lot of different positions he can play. I just think it makes more sense financially. I mean, who knows what will happen? Maybe if the Glazers are still here, we probably won't sign either of them. If Qatar take over United, then we might get both.
We've got to see it from the point of view of making money as well. It's how many more shirts will they sell Kane number 9 on the back, in a United shirt? Then this is the way that, unfortunately, the clubs look, and I think they'd rather go for him because he's a big name, get big press, sell a lot of shirts.
Yeah. Who do you think out there that United should sign, get liking if you think it's Harry Kane, or get commenting if it's Osimhen?
I want to hear why they'd sign Osimhen, because I think he's a fantastic player.
Of course he is.
I think he's been injured a lot this year, but that Napoli team, there's about 3 names who stand out. It's the centre half, that Kim Min-jae, who we apparently want as well. Kvaratskhelia on the right, that guy, I don't even know what they signed him for, an absolute steal, and he's been unreal for him. And then Osimhen. And I'm thinking, our 3 heads carrying a team to a title that dominantly as well, because there's something like 17 points ahead.
They're ridiculous.
It's absolutely ridiculous. Yeah. And they got dusted in the Champions League by a team who were like 4 places below him.
Osimhen was injured though, wasn't he, I think, in the first
he was for the first game, then he come back for the second game, but then coming straight back from injury to a game like that, you're always going to struggle.
A lot of pressure. But yeah, I mean, and the thing is, Napoli will win that league. They're out of Europe, and I think that's why there was links earlier on in the week saying Osimhen is linked to the likes of PSG, because PSG might be getting rid of Neymar. Now you could see that looks like a more obvious route for me, but the rumours are that he is interested in a Premier League move ahead of PSG. I know where he'd be getting more dough.
No, Jesus Christ. Get Gallo on the phone. Honestly, do a job for us, please.
Right, we got a poll in the comments for Kane or Osimhen, so put your vote in there and then we'll go over that and see what you guys think.
I've got a feeling it's going to be absolutely one way in it. It's going to be one way. I think it'll be one way for Kane, yeah, probably.
I always feel like I get pelters.
In the comments, it's a bit mixed.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, all right, I agree with absolutely everything you've said, and the fact that I'd love a player who can just play one flipping position in the front three to come in. Because I'm sick of all of this, he can do a job as a 10 if he wants to. He can play anywhere in the front three. He's fluid, he's fantastic. I don't want fluid, I want you to be absolutely excelling in one spot. So you don't have to play him as a 10 or play him a little bit wide.
Yeah.
Kane's not going to play anywhere else. He'll play as a 9, straight on. He'll drop in if need to get the ball when he's annoyed he ain't got the ball. He's the 9. He is the 9, isn't he?
Yeah.
And it's so annoying that he's wasted at a club like Spurs.
Yeah, you make a good point, and United, in some ways, up front in particular, do suffer because we've got players that can play many different sort of positions. No one's talking about Haaland's assists. You know what I mean? No. Like number 9 score the goals, and we do miss that. And we've been very fortunate this year, because had Rashford had a similar season to how he'd had previously, this season would be nowhere near. What are we now? +2 are we on the goal difference?
I think he's +2 or +7 or something. And either way, it's still absolutely dire.
Yeah.
You've played 32 games or 33 games. You're in the top 4 of the Premier League, and your goal difference is a single plus.
Digit, yeah.
So we saw it out, Christ alive, and bless Weghorst, he's a runner, innit? He'd be great in like a 10k or something. But for us right now, I remember sitting here with Joe McGrath saying, if he scores 10 goals, would you sign him? Because he wouldn't even cost, he'd be costing pennies, probably 10 mil, 12 mil or something. Not a chance we sign him.
No, I can't see him. I mean, that's very worrying if about Weghorst is staying at United this summer.
I mean, I don't even know if he even getting back in Burnley. On company.
Well, to be honest, they've just come up, haven't they?
Yeah. Jay Rodriguez, Ashley Barnes, does he even get a goal there?
Would you rather go and live in Turkey or Burnley? Let's not alienate either of our Turkey or Burnley supporters.
We've got James Kelland here. He's been a member for 15 months. He'd prefer Osimhen over Kane, but he'd take Kane if that's what they decide. So
yeah,
I think it's a lot of people like that. they'd take either, and if the one they want, if they took the other, they'd be happy with. And that seems to be the way at the moment. A lot of people saying Kane, a lot of people saying Osimhen, someone saying Neymar, but I can't see that happening.
Oh, I don't know how I'd feel if we signed Neymar.
Oh, he's 30 now.
31.
31.
Yeah, 31.
Yeah, everything that comes along with Neymar, injuries, cost,
theatrics.
Ego. Yeah,
honestly,
I'm not too sure.
The time off for his sister's birthday.
Yeah.
It's a guaranteed game week off, innit?
Yeah.
I don't know how he does it. It's amazing. He's always injured, always bleeding injured, honestly. But I think there's so much talk about this 9. We need to talk about the complete opposite end of the pitch with Dave.
I've been
because
saying it.
I love Dave for everything he's done. So the moments he's had, we've gone, oh my God, I can't believe we've got him, because he's an unreal goalkeeper. But for this gaffer, his inability on the ball and his sort of distribution, yes, it's got better and better, but it's subpar. 3/4 of the league's goalkeepers. It honestly is. And the way Ten Hag wants to play, the way that our back four is comfortable on the ball now, if it was the starting back four, when you think Shaw, Varane, Martinez and Dalot, Wan-Bissaka don't really matter, I think you need a new keeper, don't you? And his contract's out in the summer, isn't it?
Is it the
summer? Is it the summer or is it a year? I can't remember if it's summer.
Well, somebody said Danny's been a world-class goalkeeper, and I don't think he has. He's been a world-class shot stopper, but there's more aspects to shot stopping.
Yeah.
He's terrible with his feet. His distribution's awful. He always has been. He can't command his area. He hardly ever comes to catch the ball from corners and crosses. In the modern football, he's not been good enough for the past 3 or 4 years. He won't get into City's team. There's no way.
Not now he wouldn't, but I think you're doing me a little bit of a disservice there, Dave.
Some of the shots he saved us amazing, world class at doing that. But you need more. I think we even when we had Henderson, we played better and we scored more goals because the distribution he gave. De Gea doesn't do it.
He doesn't get a chance now.
The thing is the difference there, and I think, is De Gea is in this strange sort of transition period where being a goalkeeper has changed, where you need more of a sort of distribution. Now, for his first half of his career, there was nobody arguing that David De Gea wasn't one of the world's best in the world. I remember when the City fans were saying, "Oh, Joe Hart's as good as David De Gea."
No, he was best in the world at one point.
Yeah, he was best in the world at one point. What's happened as time's gone on, because football has moved on in terms of goalkeepers distributing from feet, it's become more of an obvious spotlight put on David De Gea. But beforehand it wasn't, because we didn't start playing this sort of football. But now we have.
I think what we had as well is he had Vidic and Rio in front of him. He had Rio.
But he wasn't passing. The ball. He was still distributing the ball.
Rio did a lot of distributing the ball. It was when them two went. That's when I think you saw the real David De Gea. And I'll never say a bad word about his saving. He's honest. I don't think there's anyone better than him. But I think he's better than Schmeichel at his shot saving. But all the other aspects of his game, it's frustrating, and it's even the speed of it. My favourite goalkeeper for United is Van der Sar, and it was because the ball come over, even if it was just an easy catch, the first thing you do is where can I give it, and you just throw
straight
it
out.
And that's what we missed. It's not that the urgency of let's go on the attack. It's right, I've got the ball. Right, let's calm it. What am I going to do? I don't think you win titles like that. Or you can do, but I don't think that's the way to win titles.
If you look at who he's up against today, the follow number 1 Martinez, a bit of a clown, World Cup winner. One of my favourite images at the World Cup was him holding the trophy very close to an area.
What area that, Dave?
Yeah, the groin area. What do you reckon to him as a goalkeeper?
I think he's really good. I think, considering that Arsenal didn't really give him a chance for so long, he's had loans in the Championship. I think he had a loan in League One, I think, maybe, or something. You talk about leaps and bounds, but like his glow up to where he's been is absolutely mental. And the way he commands his box, the way he's vocal, the way he's a wind up, everybody hates him unless he's your player.
Yeah.
Same with Marouane Fellaini when we had him. Everybody hates him because he elbows you in your face, he's lanky, he's not that good, but he does a job. And everyone who's behind him absolutely loves him. I'd take him at United, but there's not
ahead of De Gea. Would you take him at United though?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
How about you, Dave?
I think this has got to be his last season. I don't think you can bring another goalkeeper in and then say, like, Dave, you sit on the bench, you get the cup games. I don't think he'd be happy with that. He'd got to move on. You got to remember, at the end of the day, everyone's saying how great he's been for United and this and that. He wanted to leave in the past. It's not like he's been this loyal guy. It's only because of that fax machine he didn't leave in the first place.
Yeah.
Listen, he's been a great player, but I do think if you want to move on and be better, we need a different goalkeeper.
Thing is, though, do you pay over the odds then for David Raya from Brentford? Because I think the 3 keepers we've been linked with David Raya, Brentford, Robert Sanchez from Brighton, and that Diogo Costa from Porto, the young fella, made that error at the World Cup. All good with the feet, all got good distribution, but I think for them two, the Prem keepers, you pay over the odds, because Brighton know how to sell a player for a good amount of money, and I think Brentford could probably command 50 mil, probably, especially if for whatever reason we could even go for Ivan Toney. Well, there's 100 mil. Give us Toney, give us Raya. Job's a good one.
Do you think them goalkeepers though? I mean, they were saying there that De Gea on his day is one of the best shot stoppers of all time. You know, where do you draw the balance? What wins you more games? Is it the distribution or the shot stoppers? Because you're talking about you're just making it. I mean, I know De Gea is prone to making balls up, and the thing is with David De Gea, in the same way that he'll pull off a world class save, he makes more world class balls ups, and they always seem to be really bad mistakes. But in the following game, you don't go hiding. You know what I mean? He'll pull out and have a fantastic performance.
It's just a rarity. I mean, when he does it, he can do it, De Gea, where he'll just see a pass and go right, boom, and we've gone to score from it. But you saw it more when Henderson got a shot, because he was really the last keeper that was in goal over De Gea. I mean, even that goal that was debatable whether it went out. Remember when he got it and he just got it in, and we scored from it. And I just don't see De Gea doing that at all. And our problem is we don't score enough goals. So when there's an opportunity to go and feed someone, you've got to do it.
Yeah.
I think does Henderson get a shoe in after that arsey little talk interview?
But
for me, no. It's enough disrespect.
I don't think so. And given Ten Hag's principles and the way he dealt with, you were making before the comment to Rashford when he didn't turn up on time, or even greater, the Ronaldo situation. Yeah. I don't know what message that sends to the rest of your squad if he can throw his fucking spit his dummy out of the pram, piss off to Forest for a season, then come back. I'm not, mate.
And do you know what?
I'd do one. You know?
Oh, Matt, nah. And the best thing about it is he got displaced by Keylor Navas. Yeah. How the hell Keylor Navas even went to Forest, I have no idea.
Well, he could have been at United, because that was the rumour, wasn't it? If De Gea went to Real Madrid with the fax machine, and then we would have ended up good keeper. He was the best keeper in that game against United Forest.
Yeah, but then that's the thing. Henderson's a no-go, so you sell him, you get what? 25, 30?
But it may be interesting though, pre-season, whether, because he's got to come back. You got
to come back. You send him to under 21s, and then,
you
get rid of him.
He might come on pre-season. It all might be forgiven, and he might get a shot. I think if he didn't shout his mouth off, I think he'd do well under.
It was a PR disaster because he had no reason to do that.
No, he's criminal.
Not at all.
Shut up, man. Honestly, knobhead. Honestly.
How long we got left until we kick off? 12 minutes. So we start getting. So if people want to get in touch and let us know their score predictions and give us your goal scorers as well, as we were saying earlier on. Maybe we're worried about where the goals are going to come from today. Well, we need someone to come off the bench and bag a couple. What do you reckon, Jordan? So you were saying 2-2.
Yeah.
That was an optimistic 2-2.
That was an optimistic 2-2. I hate to be like a bearer of potential bad news, but I just think we're going to struggle. I really do. I think we're going to struggle against this team.
You just had a bad day, haven't you? That's all it is.
Well, I was late here, and my team's fucking lost, honestly. We've got a cup final on Tuesday as well. I'm working, can't even do it, honestly.
No. Who's going to score?
It's so easy to say Rashi, innit? So easy. But Rashi and Sancho.
Dave?
Yeah, I can see Fernandes getting one actually today. He's not bagged in a little ball.
How the hell, by the way, did he hit the crossbar against Spurs? Lovely little deft touch. The next touch was an absolute thunder bastard.
Yeah.
He bags that we win the game, you know. It's so annoying. How was it gone from such deftness to that and hit the crossbar from, what was it, 7 yards?
Yeah,
maybe.
Bad, man.
He can be a very frustrating player though.
He can, but
when he's brilliant. But he's so frustrating. Little simple things, he loves to give the ball away.
Oh. But would you say that more so than Rashford, because obviously Rashford with his goals, but is Fernandes the one player that when you take him out of that Manchester United team, the United miss more than anybody else? Because we've got some, pivotal players in there like the Rashfords, Martinez, Casemiro to another extent. But do you think Fernandes is the one, if there was a pinpoint one player to take out of that?
I think so. I mean, when he has been missing in the past, we've looked a completely different team. But then again, when we haven't had Rashford, we've looked like we're not going to score. But I think the advantages we've had with, if Bruno don't play, we've still got someone like Eriksen who can create. But yeah, Bruno's a massive, massive player for United. It's undoubtable that He's probably the most important player at the moment. He's I'm saying he's frustrating, which he has been, but he's still probably one of the best players we have.
Yeah.
This season, who'd you rather have out? Rashford or Bruno? If one of them has to be out, who'd you rather have?
Well, there, because we've got Eriksen, I would say Bruno. But because there's no one else scoring goals, that's the problem.
Yeah, it's true. I agree with you, actually. I'd probably keep Rashford over Fernandes, even though Fernandes has been pretty...
If we didn't have Eriksen, it'd be the other way around.
Well, his next goal's 30th. He scored 30 goals. When was the last time we had a player who scored 30 goals in a season?
It's probably Rooney, wasn't it? Van Persie maybe, or Comps. I mean, considering he's playing left wing as well, the comparisons with Haaland, I mean, you just can't. He's a freak. He plays no other position. He's not even carrying City. He's literally not. You know what I mean? He's not carrying because he's got so many bleeding heads around him.
Well, I mean, it is awful when he's scored all these goals and then when they don't play him, they still win comfortably.
And he was 50 mil. He was 50 mil.
Remember when we were rumoured with him as well when Solskjaer was
but we don't look back, we look forward.
Exactly.
United are taking on Aston Villa today, and unlike Jordan, I'm going for a 3-0 Manchester United win. I'm optimistic.
I'm glad you are, honestly.
David, you say 4-2?
4-2. I think maybe 3-1. I think we'll concede, but I think we'll score.
Yeah, we will concede.
What are people saying on there, David? Any more people?
A lot of people it's either people very confident or think Villa are going to win. There's no in between.
There's no in between.
Yeah.
I'm the only one in between.
That's you,
for God's sake. Do I have to say what I really think is going to happen? No, I don't. I'm not jinxing nothing. I'm absolutely not jinxing nothing.
Is your fear that United won't win based on Villa being better under Emery, or is it based on United's form? Is it just because, like you said, they're a bit of a bogey team? What would justify that for me?
What it is Brighton had a lot of chances, and you forget that game. They had a lot of chances. It's a fact. Especially Mitoma. I don't think he dribbled past Wan-Bissaka, but he was in and around the box. They take shots earlier. They score and they knock us out. Spurs got back into the game in a freak sort of 10-minute period, 15-minute period, when we looked absolutely comfortable. I don't think there's more pressure on Villa because they're overachieving anyway. Spurs had pressure on them because they'd just been dumped by Newcastle.
Yeah.
So that sort of comeback there was whispers obviously, go and do. You've done these before. You've seen Spurs has beat us 6-1 in the past couple of seasons. They can beat us. Villa I don't think there's any pressure on Villa because they're overachieving so much. Emery can just go out and enjoy it. And it's so easy to say, it's such a cliche in football, but I think that they're not even that bothered. Because imagine Villa finished 8th, still a success from where they come from.
Yeah, that's one way of looking at it. But surely, if they can sniff European football, then there is a hell of a lot riding it. Because Villa probably has much of a chance of Spurs in finishing, top 6.
Yeah, that's true. I also agree. And then to try and back up the pressure point, they've got 7 spots. Gets you Europe.
Yeah.
As daft as that is, we saw West Ham struggling as much as they have in the Premier League. They're in the semi-final of European Cup competition, and I just think they're going to go enjoy it. And you watch. I hate being. I sound like a Villa fan, but I can't. I just think something's going to happen. Something's going to happen.
Got a celebrity in the comments here, Hugh Grant, who's been a member for 15 months.
Oh,
he goes, hopefully get the job done today, lads. 2-1 to United up the Paddock.
Who does Hugh Grant support? Can you find out? Who does Hugh Grant support?
Obviously United.
Well, yeah, right.
I'm going to say Fulham.
Oh,
that's a good shout.
Yeah.
I think like Chelsea or something. I don't know why.
Yeah, well, down there, that sort of...
Yeah.
Fulham.
Oh, behave. As if you got that. Hey.
Clip that up, send it to Hugh.
Hugh,
he reeks of Craven Cottage, doesn't he, man?
That expensive season ticket. No worries.
There's a new game for you. Like guess which club this celeb supports.
Who's this celebrity?
There you go,
support?
Callum. Get that idea out to the rest of them.
We're just seeing images here of Old Trafford. Don't seem to be that many empty seats at the moment, does it?
There's a bit though. There's a bit. It looks like the Etihad more than Old Trafford at the minute. Honestly.
It's funny though that them ones who have been like really vocal online and they say, we can't go in before the match is kicked off, and the sun's going like, no, we've got to go in, Dad, and they're there with the hats trying to hide the face. But I mean, each to their own, and obviously understand, and I'm 100% behind the protesters, but I don't think they should turn it into this whole, turning fans against each other depending on what your views are on protesters.
Honest,
I think everybody agrees that they want the Glazers out.
It's not a difficult thing to argue about, is it? There's not going to be one fan around who want them in, is there?
No.
I mean, I don't. I don't get why, like you said, there's sort of like a sort of inter-fan like debate over it.
No, it's just a pointless
I mean?
exercise. It just causes more. It takes away from the initial point of the process when everyone starts fighting against.
I absolutely
what
agree with
people
you.
are doing.
Yeah.
But there are people inside. A lot of my families, from what we can see on the pictures, and fans of an older generation. But yeah, it looks like there are people who are going to be sticking till. I don't usually turn up till half time anyway. Depends on to the pub.
No, but I guarantee they'll show the images of the fans coming in, won't they? But they won't.
You'd hope so, but sometimes that's the thing, isn't it? With the media, they always.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
But then sometimes they'll either just turn the sound down a bit, or they just won't show them at all.
Yeah.
But either way, I think they'll make a decent point. But then I also think the Glazers don't give a shit that much. They're not even. I don't even think they're going to be that arsed. I don't.
I don't think so either. I think the protest that got the Liverpool game called off. I was down at that, and it was great to be part of it and see all the sort of camaraderie and process going on. But I don't think that led to the Glazers putting the club up for sale. Cause I think that was always that the Europa the Super League thing. I think changed that.
It's as well. Like the issue is no matter what, the tickets are always going to be sold. They're not looking at the seats. They're not looking at what's happening. They're looking at the bank balance. And if all the tickets are sold, it doesn't matter to them.
No,
I can't believe there's a way for the Glazers to still have a sort of 20%-ish stake, as it's rumoured, if Jim Ratcliffe comes and takes over. And I saw this like explainer that Ornstein did, David Ornstein from The Athletic, saying that the Glazers and their family have these Class B shares, which mean more or more powerful than the Class A shares that everyone else has.
Yeah.
So then let's say Jim Ratcliffe buys the majority, he's got these Class A shares, the Glazers could still have a more influential outlook on the club with a fifth of the shares, but they've got these Class B shares unless they release them. And I don't know if that's either an absolute load of bollocks or if it's actually real or not. And are they going to take $5 million, debt-free $5 million bid off the Qataris?
I think that maybe they're not the reason why Qatari's not just gone, here's a load of money, it's ours now, is because they're going, actually, yeah, well, you can buy it, but we want this, and they're going, no, we want the whole thing. Maybe the reason why this Ratcliffe, well, I don't know if he's come out and said it, but they've come out and said they'll have 20% is because that's the only way it can be sold.
Yeah, and on the actual when the announcement came out, the small print, it was never this is a it was the multiple options. This could be for further investment. It could be for the sale of the club. You know what I mean? And they'll come out with a line if they choose just to sort of sell part of the club to Jim Ratcliffe. The statement will be, well, we never said we were going to sell United because they never have. Do you know what I mean?
I think the hype come in it when it was in there, part of maybe 4 or 5.
Well, yeah, I mean, and of course it was going to. Obviously, I mean, I think it was the same night when it with the Ronaldo the news came out. So it felt like it was a big day for Manchester United. But I imagine if the Glazers end up staying, that'll be the line that they'll spin. We never actually said the club was for sale.
Literally, and forget Ratcliffe's potential bid. I never wanted him anyway because he bid for Chelsea before, didn't he? He bid $4 billion for Chelsea.
Yeah.
Why would you want? You're a United fan. You've said it publicly. Fucking ages. Why do you want Chelsea?
The only saving grace he's got there is he said, I bid for Chelsea because Manchester United want for sale.
I don't care. If they're not for sale, you don't try and buy another Premier League club to put all this money in to try and get better than the club you support.
Yeah, I was going to say who you're going to be competing against.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
I don't want him for that. I want a Qatari. Bring him in. Give me a pint of that oil. I'll down it right in front of you, honestly. Forget all the bleeding, all the debate about Sir Jim Ratcliffe or this. Who was that? Who was that fella who come in? He was called Thomas Summit. He said
he needs to get like 1 million United fans together.
He wanted to give 50% to the fans and 50% himself. But that was the biggest. That was the biggest PR stunt I think I've seen anybody. You heard nothing of him going, I declare my interest, and then he goes, I'm not interested anymore.
Yeah.
No. All it was a little PR stunt that he tried to get. Right, I'll get people knowing who I am. No one knows who he works for. No one cares. Waste of time, honestly.
Here's the players just getting the pictures took.
Oh, I think we're going to see a lot of camaraderie from Martinez again. He loves winding us up.
He does, doesn't he?
Yeah. Did it last time, didn't he?
I like players like that. I know what you were saying. Before, like if they're on your team.
If they're on your team.
The shithousery. I'm here for that. It's a dark art, man.
If Bruno played for any other team, you'd hate him.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Well, some of our own fans hate Bruno just for his theatrics. He does whinge a lot, doesn't he?
He's the best player we've signed post-Ferg, you know?
Would you say, yeah?
Who else is coming with an impact? Think about the team that he come into when he signed him. It was the midfield was shocking. Hey, you can't be dissing quite well. Oh, as in, right, I thought you were saying Juan Mata's in, rubbish. Nah, Juan Mata's up there, but I think just based on the fact of the impacts that he had straight away, how he commanded that team, how he lifted him. They shouldn't have been near second with the squad that they had. They shouldn't.
No, I mean, the numbers speak for themselves. I'll throw in, just for the 2 seasons, Zlatan.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
he was class. For his age as well, he was class.
Won a Europa League.
He was absolutely class.
On a Carabao Cup.
Yeah.
Oh, I tell you what, that Southampton game was mad, wasn't it? That header. Was it?
Yeah,
it was Herrera,
right,
wasn't it? Yeah. Oh, take Ander Herrera back as well.
Lingard.
I say Prime Herrera's not like an absolutely mad player, but I'd love.
Oh, yeah, I thought he was a great player.
Yeah, I think he was class. He was absolutely class, and you could tell he properly give a shit. He wasn't like when you see these like statements coming out after we've had a terrible performance, going, "Oh, this really wasn't us. We need to perform better, etc." He fucking looked like he bled on the pitch.
Yeah.
Like fans' favourite. If you ever add the words fans' favourite, Ander Herrera. Absolutely.
Then he's only one of the recent United players that have left the club that actually made a video when they were leaving. Do you know what I mean? To say goodbye and stuff like that.
I don't know. I just thought Matt did it. Remember the one?
Yeah, Matt did it. Yeah. But I mean, Matt is a different kettle of fish altogether, isn't it?
Yeah.
Coming back to Manchester this summer, Juan Mata with his art exhibition.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, it's part of Manchester International Festival.
Love that.
Amazing.
Come on, United.
Yeah, so players are getting ready to kick off now.
I tell you what.
Ref looks happy.
Is that Aussie ref? I think it is, you know. I swear he's an Aussie ref. Because he got one of the first ever mic'd up videos they did when I think he was in the A-League. He was class. He was a proper good ref. And I think he's the Aussie ref. And based off that one game, his communication skills are very good. Unlike a lot of the referees who have made it to his level somehow. So at least that's all right. Hey.
Jordan's happy with we've got an Australian ref. Right, okay, Substitutions with the kickoff. What do you reckon to the one-man kickoff?
Better.
I used
better.
Growing up, it's just a little touch, and then it's got to be two.
It's like the short corner. I'm not a massive fan of that.
Oh, I flipping hate short corners. You've got an opportunity to put it in a danger area. Yeah. You go, right, you know what? Sometimes they work. When you practice them at home, at the training ground, at the training ground, like,
what are you doing downstairs? Practicing short corners, man.
Get that football out of the living room. For God's sake, you broke 2 bars. Are you ready?
Big short gaff.
Jared Gillett, he's called. If you want.
Jared Gillett.
It sounds like something out of a Marvel film.
His actual name, Jared Gillett. What's his name? Down Under Man or something like that.
That sounds like a different film.
Oh dear. Hey, at least we can entertain ourselves.
The already started. It's only gone 2:00. Come on, United. It's nice to see Ashley Young still playing. I hope he's on a losing team today.
Yeah, I always liked him.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, even his 2 goals as well against Arsenal in the 8-2 were class.
Basically the same goal as well, wasn't it? Basically the same goal. And then I think the best thing he ever did for us was put Di Maria into the stands when we played PSG at Old Trafford. Remember that? Because Di Maria picked up the Heineken bottle that threw it to me. He was like, oh, look at you lot all losing your head.
Yeah. Am I right in thinking that, Callum will have to check this out, Ashley Young may be one of the only Premier League players or English Premier League players to win the Premier League and the Scudetto? Because he won it within it, didn't he?
Paul Ince, maybe.
I don't know if they won it when Paul. Maybe Paul Ince.
Maybe. Well, was Hodgson there? Because I think they were a bit shit under Hodgson, weren't they? No disrespect to him, but I think they were a bit shit. Because I think Roberto Carlos was there, wasn't he? For the season. I don't know if they crossed over, but he might be actually.
So we
Tomorrow. No, he didn't win at Chelsea. No.
We've just kicked off. City have just kicked off. They're already 1-0 up. Haaland penalty.
Sorry.
Yeah, I think they're going to win the league now.
Who are they playing?
That's a good question. Who are they playing, Cal?
Fulham.
Oh,
Hugh Grant's fuming.
Hugh Grant, man.
Bloody Hugh Grant, eh?
You know.
Hate seeing him emotional. He's great in love, actually. Bless him. Bloody Fulham.
Come on.
They fell right off, haven't they, since the whole thing that happened with us and Fulham. Lost Mitrovic for something like 8 games, 10 games or something like that. Was that a just
I
punishment?
don't know, but it's a bit difficult, wasn't it? The thing is, I never understand with that. Once you got all the whole media furore around it, it's never really sort of a fair hearing when they start handing cards or bans out.
The fact that you just debated is correct. Ashley Young, what a geezer.
Yeah.
Under Conte.
Is it really? Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. Right wing back, hey?
There's one for the pub quiz.
Tell Blackfriar. Cracking pub quiz, that.
What do you think of how producer Cal's happy with...
What do you think about producer Callum?
No,
I think he's doing really well today.
With the former United coaches, we got Kieran McKenna got promotion to the Championship. We got Michael Carrick, looks like he's going to get in the playoffs.
Yeah.
They were slagged off a lot just before they went, saying it was their fault, but on their own, they seem to be smashing it.
I mean, when you say they were slagged off, it depends on what circles. Because
yeah, true.
The only people who were slagging them off were people who just were looking for hatred at one place or another. Solskjaer should have never been the Manchester United manager's job. It was always beyond him, and I think they all give it the best shot. But it's nice to see how well McKenna and Carrick are doing. One of the things that was a massive mystery for Manchester United, when you look at how many players underneath Sir Alex Ferguson went on to become managers. And I'd probably say Steve Bruce was probably the most successful, and he was. But it's mad when you think about who went into management after up from underneath Ferguson. Keane, Bruce, Robson.
He made sure they all got the coaching badges.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
But none of them have done any well. But you'd think they learnt from the best.
Think about Paul Neville. Bloody hell.
I'd
say both of them. Gary Anfield is over in America, and he can't even do anything.
I was trying to be nice to Gene there, but not by not mentioning that. But yeah, I think
you've got to mention it.
He learned pretty quickly that
he
wasn't supposed to be in the dugout.
What was it? Something like Valencia 0, Barcelona 7, or something like that. And there's that picture of him just on the touchline, back in old Sky Sports La Liga coverage, where he's just like. And what can you do? What could he do there?
Fair play to him. He had a try.
Oh yeah, I'd go. Yeah. If he offered me a job like that, with no coaching experience, I think bar England's defensive coach, I think maybe for a couple of years. I think it was under Hodgson, wasn't it? Of course you go. Why not? It's nice. You get a nice little villa in Spain, eh?
Knew the owners as well, didn't he?
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably that's what.
He's got shares in. It's Peter Lim, he's got shares in Salford now. Well, he was the owner of Valencia, so they got him in.
The Valencia fans absolutely hate Peter Lim. They absolutely hate him. And the only reason why I know that because I watched the Tifo football animated video on it. They absolutely hate him, and I think they're in the relegation zone. Sadly, with Cavani there as well.
The issue they got is they've not been brilliant since they had Benitez. Really, the players they had up front.
Silly
David Silva.
Do you remember them?
Silva, Joaquim, David Villa.
Mata was there as well.
They were a great team, but they never really got to that point again. And you got to remember, in Spain, you've got Barcelona and Madrid, and maybe Atletico coming to that. But
yeah,
it's like comparing it. I know it's not the same, but it's kind of like the Scottish League where it's only going to be one of the two who's going to win it.
Yeah. It's like the Scottish League with more vitamin D.
So the Scottish League like once for a week then, when it's half decent. Bloody hell. To be fair play to Young for actually still going, and the fact that he's still being played as well under I think 3 different managers. I want to say Dean Smith, Gerrard, and Emery,
and still nailing down a place as well.
Especially when you think Matty Cash is there. Matty Cash, who's been, I think he was Poland's right back at the Bleeding World Cup. You've been all right for him as well.
Yeah.
Keep him out. You've got to play him early. You've got to play him early. He was off anyway.
He's offside anyway, but he should be burying.
He should be burying that. And Sabitzer plays the ball first time. He took 2 touches and then go, right, I'll send him in. But the gap between the 2 centre halves there. Play it there. Look at that. Look at the gap.
You see, Rashford
I think he's just off, and
no, but he realised he was popping off, and then
still got
tried to step back. So you're right, John. And Sabitzer should have let that go.
I'm sorry. That gap was absolutely massive. You've got to play that first time, and I think he might be on then. Because I think he might have helped.
Because he jits, whatever that you've got to call it.
Jitters
and jutters, yeah.
Is that the same position of Ashley Young and...
Yeah, it is, yeah. McGuinness Di Maria from, what year was that? 2018, 19, I think? I think it was the same year that we beat him in Paris, wasn't it? I think it was.
It's not as bad, he's just been a bit mad.
think it was the same year. Or have we had PSG twice in the Champions League knockout phases? I can't remember.
Yeah, we had him twice.
Yeah, I think it. Yeah,
he's the one after it.
Oh, come on, man! Easy passes.
Ref, take the holiday. Thank you.
They're a bit of a dirty team, aren't they, as well? Villa?
Yeah.
Like Mings as well.
But sometimes I don't think they're intentionally dirty. I just think they're a bit
clumsy.
daft. Yeah. A
foul's a foul no matter how it comes about, though, Jordan.
Yes, it is. Get that on a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Make loads of money on that. Bloody hell. Imagine someone coming to a football game with that on a fucking t-shirt. No kits. A foul is a foul no matter what. Bloody hell. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. See there, Ericsson dropping that deep. And what a ball that is if you can get there.
Oh,
unlucky there.
Really good idea.
Oh, they got away with that there. Simple clearance from bleeding Martinez. Get out. Good lad.
Good suspense.
Oh, 10A. Hodgson's was a bit shit yesterday, wasn't it? Hodgson tried to track the ball, and bless him, he is like 75 or something. Shinned it. Still a better touch than me though.
What score did they were winning 3-2? What score did Palace finish?
4-3 Palace. Yeah. Absolute goal fest, mate. And they're pretty much safe now, aren't they, Palace? 40 points.
Yeah, talking about miraculous jobs. He's done wonders, hasn't he, since he took over from Vieira? Which is weird because I thought Vieira started pretty well at Palace. Some of the footballers were playing pretty decent.
Signings he made as well were really good. But again, it's that conversation, isn't it? Players becoming managers.
Yeah.
One Ericsson. Oh, I think he's gone easy quite.
Yeah, but you're always going to get it, aren't you?
Oh yeah, if you're a defender there, absolutely. And Young's no slouch.
Yeah,
like
experienced.
He'll put himself amongst the big boys. So I think he was all right. Oh, I'll get Ericsson, won't he? He's got a problem with his chest. Sly bastard, honestly. How dare he tackle?
I know.
I tackle our king. What's he got fitted in again, Ericsson? Into his chest. What is it? Pacemaker. Producer Carl always on it.
Always on the pacemaker.
No. I never knew that.
He's got his X-ray back there as well.
Over the last sort of 5-6 weeks, just the easy stuff seems so difficult for him.
Yeah.
Just that focus,
It's almost like they're just... With Rashi playing as a 9, I think Ten Hag communicated, look for the over-the-top ball as much as you can, because he'll outpace all of them, without a doubt.
Yeah, we just seem to be stumbling through the games, there's never this sort of like... Everton was great, we couldn't finish, but after that, everything's just such a stodgy performances.
There's always been something that has really screwed it, whether it be losing focus, like against Spurs, or Sevilla just being not at the races at all, Yeah. There's always been something, hasn't there? I think we've only won 2 of the last 5 games, haven't we? Something like that. And that's counting a 0-0 cup game. Go on in!
Come on now! Oh.
Was he off then?
Again?
I don't think he was. Corner that.
Great pass that by, was it Fernandes?
It's corner that, innit? Miles on it. Well, he's well on. I was thinking, I wanted
doing better than that.
I wanted the finish that he did against Spurs there. Lift it over. Tight angle, lift it over.
It's like he saved it with his World Cup then.
I get it, because it was like his groin, eh? Tell you what, nothing gets past me, mate.
Go on, whip it in.
But you're open for a short corner, though, aren't you?
Oh, don't start, honestly. What's he going for there? Oh, bloody hell. We need to do so much better on corners, us. So much better.
Malacia going over to the other flank, my back.
Good geezer. Right, Davros on the ball. I'm always a bit iffy when he's on the ball, and I know it's an easy thing to say, but I'm always on edge. I'm just on edge.
I'm on edge when De Gea's got the ball at his feet when Maguire's about 10 yards in front of him. I'm more nervous then, because in De Gea's head, he's thinking, I can't afford to mess up. What's the likelihood he's going to mess up? And then it makes me look even worse. Seriously, I think that goes through his head. Because his worst performances come when Maguire has been in front of him.
Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, no, I agree with you 100%. It's not like he's got... It's all well and good them saying, oh yeah, we've got a cracking keeper to pass to there, but they're not cracking to receive the ball.
Yeah.
Go on, it's a bit so.
Go on.
Oh! Bloody hell. He's dangerous going into that sort of
before the end of the season, if he doesn't stay, I'm going to be gutted if we don't get one of them rockets that we saw, before he signed. All the videos are going around on social media.
There is a player there. I don't know why Bayern didn't want him. Or we're allowing him to go, bloody hell.
I know he's got a player there, but you'd think he should be hitting the target, shouldn't he? He is pulling back a little bit, but just over the bar.
A little bit lower there, hey? Weak foot as well, on his weak foot. Oh dear. I like how we started though.
Yeah,
testing the keeper.
Yeah.
3 shots or something like that. It's testing the keeper a lot.
Oof. That was a bad tackle.
I
think he won the ball as well. Just the manner in which he won it. I'm here for that though. He's got that in him. I know Molassie. He's got like a little bite in him, personality.
Yeah.
Just he needs to be like this
little bulldog at fullback.
Yeah, but he's a bit naive, isn't he, for the position that he plays?
Because he came from the side, I think he got away with that.
Yeah.
Yes, Luke. He's been so good at centre half, Luke Shaw.
I think he's even surprised himself how good he's been.
Yeah. I remember him. I think he said in an interview that when the first time he played centre half under Ten Hag, he had Varane constantly shouting at him, because it is a difficult position to play when you're so used to bombing up all the time. Go on, you Grants Fulham.
You Grant FC have gone 1-1 with.
Oh, he slipped! Oh my days! Sabitzer, if he only gambles a little bit more there. I can't believe Martinez has just slipped.
Arsenal play tomorrow, yeah. Or is it at R4? Tuesday.
Oh, look at that. He slips literally at the perfect moment. He could just get in there. Oh. Ay, Dios mío, man. Bloody hell. Oh, just fucking...
To be fair to him, probably thinking that he's catching that no matter what.
I know. Yeah, naturally, you're not going to be online with him there, are you? But he could have been. He bleeding could have been. Wonder what he's thinking of first 15. All over him, really.
Well, yeah,
we've been in the position about 3 or 4 times, haven't we? So,
but it's the same old story. How many games have we said that this year where we've had the chances and then not taking them? Then more, sooner or later, Villa will get more into the game. That's the worry, isn't it?
Literally, the last game that we played, cruising at 2-0. I am surprised he dropped Anthony though. I can't lie. To play Bruno out wide. But maybe he's thinking I can hit Sancho and Rashi on counters, and then he's got his 3 most creative midfielders on the pitch at the same time. Because Bruno will tuck in there. It looks like a 4-4-2, that, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's not the usual setup, is it?
No. That's when you got 3 8s playing on the same team at the same time.
Got 3 8s, 3 fullbacks.
Literally, 3 8s, 3 4. It's a shambles, isn't it?
We don't have a recognised number 9.
No number 9. 3 8. 3 fullbacks technically make a 9 if they're all number 3. Don't know how good they'd be though. Saying that, bleeding Rachel Daly, who plays for Villa for the women, went from a fullback to a number 9, didn't she?
Yeah, she only scored 2 the other day, but we won 3-2.
Millie Turner, eh? What was it? 94th.
93rd.
93rd.
It was pretty good, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we're...
We'll take that, that's ours.
I thought he caught him then. Oh dear. Now we're top of WSL, aren't we? But I think Chelsea have like 3 games in hand.
They're 7 points behind. 7 points behind with 3 games in hand.
Yeah.
But they play Arsenal soon. You've got to hope Arsenal do him.
Go on. Love Mark Skinner to bleed and get a title there. I'd be sick of that.
Oh. Yeah, Villa are playing 5 at the back, it looks, doesn't it? With
5?
With 3 just in front of him.
3 in front of him, yeah. Honestly. They'll soak it up.
Come on now.
Be on. Why do you all stop?
That's what, like you're saying before, but the position that they found themselves in that they didn't expect in the league, these will take a draw. Do you know what I mean? And nil-nil's perfect.
They'll be happy with that,
yeah.
We need a game where we just absolutely steamroll a team in the league.
I've been saying that all year, but I don't think we've got it in us.
Is that you saying that?
Yeah.
What are you saying? I think it is. Comes to a lot of games, to be fair, doesn't it?
Yeah. Retired now, is he?
Yeah.
I
I
don't
can
know.
only assume so. Yeah. Not a bad career, eh? Bloody hell.
Did that football thing take off? Because didn't he play in Australia?
Yeah,
for
I don't think it really worked.
He bagged, didn't it? I think he scored in one of his
but I
games,
don't
didn't
think- I think you got to be more than fast.
Quick. Yeah. Yeah, bloody hell.
Fair play for him for trying.
Oh,
though.
yeah, of course, yeah.
Of course.
He's offside there, isn't he? Yeah. He's offside basically the halfway line.
I'll be
See
watching
John
the line
McGinn
there.
then? See McGinn then celebrating, or was it Buendia? Celebrating an offside.
Done his job, hasn't he? It's like scoring a
Please,
goal.
please, centre mid.
Come on, this is shit.
Oh, my
shit.
days.
This is the problem again.
Oh,
Fucking
my
hell.
God.
Good
Oh, Dave,
save,
well
Dave.
done there.
But we're lucky he slipped them because
They should
that would
score.
have been a goal.
They should score
They
there.
should score
They
there.
should score.
That's more their balls up than United.
just pulled across the...
Marking it.
Miles on.
Pulls it across. Does he slip or was he...
Oh, yeah.
Was he...
No, I think he slips there.
Was he
I
put
don't
off
think,
a
I
little
don't think
bit?
it's enough. No, he's fully slipped there.
He's
Fully
flicking before he
slipped.
hits him,
Yeah.
so. Lucky
I actually
there.
Got away with that.
I
And
actually
then
think
De Gea
Dallo-
with a good save.
Dallo there made it worse for him because he's flicked it more towards in Moreno's like path where he's running. But still, at least he was there and at least Dave was there. Jesus Christ. Saving with his feet again. Just don't balls up something as simple as man marking here. I don't know how they could. Stick to a man.
Corner coming in.
Dave.
De Gea with a punch.
Oh, it's too easy. Bleeding hell. So easy that. One little turn. Sancho's probably one of the most nimble players on a bleeding team.
He's just there though, isn't he? Right in the centre of goal.
Oh, he's missed it.
Terrible shot.
He's missed it by a good 2 metres there. Super John McGinn. Shit John McGinn, yeah. I'm glad to see him back in the Prem now, Emre. He's comedy, wasn't he?
There was rumours when Solskjaer was going that he could have come to United. He's one of the names being touted around. You know? Done well in Spain, considering what he did at Villarreal. You know what I mean? He plays far from the
Go on
best,
then, he's bare on side then.
the best football, but in terms of grinding out results, it's probably more in the likes of Mourinho's camp than sort of any flamboyant football that a lot of the United fans would like. I don't think Arsenal gave him the time he deserved.
It'd have been a bit of too much of a contrast going from, because we had Mourinho to Solskjaer, which was Mourinho's football it wasn't great. We got results, but it wasn't great.
Got trophies.
Yeah, and then Solskjaer came in, and I know towards the end it went bad, but we played some great football under him. And then you couldn't have gone then to stagnant football again.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. The thing is though with Emre, like you said, he knows how to grind a result out, and the perfect example was the Europa League final, wasn't it? He's grinded it out all the way to a bleeding penalty shootout.
Oh,
Keep going then. Oh, well done.
Played.
Referee.
That's got to be a free
That's
kick.
got to be a free kick.
He don't help himself though with doing that.
I know, because he's got the reputation now of being. I've been like.
He's not. He just got pulled down. It's not.
They kicked him in his ankle, I think. It looks like he catches him in
Victor.
the ankle. Referee, get out of the way, you dickhead.
That's your mate he's talking about.
Sorry.
Not Garrett. I don't know his name. What's his
Go
name?
back to the Fernandes thing before you start looking at Casemiro, you dick.
I want to see what he's actually done there.
I'm pretty sure if his second leg gets him in the ankle. He's obviously all right now.
He's all right pretty much 90% of the time he goes down, isn't he? Bless him. Great actor. Thing is, though, in whinging, does it wind you up? You know how theatrical he is with his hands and how he shouts at referees. Does it proper wind you up?
Yeah. Like I said before, if he played for anyone else, I'd hate him.
If I played in his team and he just spent most of the time whinging, you'd have a word, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
It'd be, come on now, soft ass.
Captain.
Well, the thing is, he does so much good as well. That's why you can't really moan at him.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. He's very moany, innit? But then, like you say, without him, we're a completely different team.
Over the top. That's wrong.
He's offside. Lukey there. Beating the air by a bleeding 5'6" winger. Go on, Ericsson, lad. Touch. Oh, Jaden, lad.
Ooh,
Anything?
Oh. Didn't touch the ball.
No.
I thought that was too soft, that.
Got Adam Sharp in the comments, been a member of the academy for 16 months, said he saw Van der Beek at the Oldham game yesterday, watching players of his own calibre. So,
What, was he actually at the Oldham game?
apparently so.
Oldham are National League, aren't they?
Have they got him the first year?
I'm not too sure.
Oh, I think Oldham are, I think they were the bottom of the top half. I think.
Of the National League?
I think they were bottom of the top half. I think.
It's a bad weekend for North West clubs. Wigan went down, didn't they, as well this weekend?
Yeah. Because Reading scored their 94th minute equaliser. And Reading are next to him, innit? But without them points deductions that they both had, they probably both wouldn't be going down.
Bringing it back to Van der Beek, do you think he's
Done.
ever going to come back into the team, or do you think he's done now?
There you go. 12. Sorry.
No, I think Van der Bye for me.
No, he's gone in there.
Yeah.
He's absolutely gone. He can't do anything else. It's so sad though, because everyone was questioning why we signed a player in Bruno's position when Ollie signed him for that much money as well. And then we were going, well, he's Ballon d'Or nominated, he must be half decent. He's in the Ajax team that did so well in the Champions League.
It felt very much like one of Woodward's last signings, do you know what I mean? Like, so it's like this player on the continent's got all these rumours going on about him. Well, and then all of a sudden he was put in there, like, what do we do with him?
When Ten Hag came in, he was like, oh, you'll see the best because he's one of his players. Even he didn't play him, did he? He was bizarre. But I've never known a player to have such a core group of fans love him so much.
Yeah.
Who, Van der Beek?
Yeah.
I don't know anybody who loves him.
Oh no, a lot of people
Really?
do.
Yeah.
Based on what?
Yeah.
He's there.
I don't know what it is. He's not been treated fairly.
But he's not been treated fairly. But that's not judging him on his performance.
No, but people think he's one of the best midfielders in the world. Honestly,
it probably is. He's probably because he's sleeping with Bergkamp's daughter. That's what it is. Probably.
That's probably the best performance he put in.
Do you know it was named after Dennis Bergkamp?
Donny?
No, Dennis Bergkamp. You know, he was named after.
What?
Dennis Law.
Really?
Yeah.
Bloody hell. The enemy. Not Law. Bergkamp.
Some player him though.
Class.
Very, very good.
Very nearly Manchester United player as well. When
I think like his dad, and I think grew up a United fan. That's why.
But when Cantona did his kung fu kick at Selhurst Park, and he got the ban, and Inter tried to sign Cantona, and I was looking at a swap deal with Bergkamp.
Really?
You know, I mean, it wouldn't have been the worst.
No, I thought it was class. Even
yeah.
Henri said he's the best player he ever played with.
Oh, he's phenomenal.
And that's mad because he's played with Messi. Are you sure? I think Henri's a cracking personality. He's a bit thick in that regard. Now, how's it not Messi? I know we didn't play him when Messi was like the boy, but come on.
Scared of flying as well, Bergkamp.
Oh.
Yeah, whenever they did a national tournament.
Non-flying Dutchman course, yeah.
Come on, Marcus.
I thought he was offside then, but they seem to be playing the long balls more because I think they can do them on this offside. It's like Villa were just. It's like they play. Look how high they're back four is there.
Aren't they?
The thing is, Villa have had the best chance of the game, and they've got 11 plays in their own half at the moment. This is going to be a sign of things to come. I think they'll try and get a 1-0.
He's on side.
He's on
there.
That's fine. That take him on now. Beat him.
Go on,
Beat him.
Jaden. Taking on Young.
Have a go.
Go shoot.
Oh. Casemiro on the bleeding crossbar.
Off the bar.
Oh, someone offside.
Oh. That's so unlucky. He does well, Sancho, to bring two players into him to free Casemiro in that spot there. Because I think Dendoncker from midfield.
Great ball to him as well.
Look at that there.
Cuts
bring him over, freed him there. One touch. Oh. I think Martinez is thinking he's going far his left hand side, but see how he goes straight away.
What did they call back for then?
It must have been offside. When the ball off the bar must have been offside. Go on.
They need to get a goal though. They need one this first half, or else Villa will go into it. Emery will get him in half time. Oh dear. Why the fuck couldn't that gone in? Honestly. Go on, Sabitzer. Good lad. Hey yo!
It's bad ball that by Rashford.
Can't scream any louder.
That's a bad ball.
Fuck's sake, man. Put your head up. He's not going to foul for that, is he?
Yeah. He's on his shoulder. I know he didn't do anything, but...
Garrett, you're killing me, mate. Fuck's sake. He can't be happy with what he's been seeing, though, surely.
Well, he can. They've kept us at bay, and like you say, they've had the best chance of the game. If they go on the counter-attack, they'll look strong.
Free kick work there, anyway. How the balls add up? 100 bleeding cameras in the stadium. Oh,
we are closing them down quickly, though.
Yeah. The intensity is very good.
It's the fucking final ball.
The gap's there, though. See the master.
No, yeah, the spaces are there and stuff. Just can't find them.
That gap between the centre halves again. I think he knows that's how we're going to beat him.
There's some silent food in the background there, making that noise.
Hey.
Did you eat or did you?
I didn't know. Oh. My meal deal's looking at me, right in between producer Carl's right leg and the wires behind the camera.
You've not put your food between producer Callum's legs, have you?
Keeps it warm.
Oh, well.
Well. There's a reason I got here so quickly. Hey. No, but that was probably the quickest meal deal I ever bought in my life.
Where'd you go?
Morrison's. So I got off at Piccadilly Gardens in a tram. Straight to Morrison's. £4, by the way.
Well, apparently, if you got the
oh, come on now, him.
You get it for $3.50.
Yeah, but
I'm not signing up.
I don't want a bleeding Morrison's
I won't be
card.
a member of a club that'll take me as a member.
I am not getting a Morrison's card. Just for bleeding Piccadilly. You're having a laugh, mate. What do we get Sabitzer for? What did Bayern let him go for? 15? 20?
His room is 18 million, isn't it? Between 15 and 20.
Yeah. You pay that money.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But it's whether he wants to stay, innit?
No, why wouldn't he?
No, I know. He's getting more games, innit? And I think
Fred's got one season left, and I think he's 30. I think McTominay will probably be out in the summer because they'll get some money for him. There's not too many players in that Manchester United team that could command a decent fee, really. Maguire maybe. What?
Where's Scott going?
Scott's going to Newcastle. Or Ipswich got promoted yesterday, apparently. So might there.
Championship.
He's not going to win the championship, though, is he?
I was joking because producer Callum's.
Would you take McKenna's Ipswich?
Would you take McTominay Ipswich? I don't know if you get ahead of Sam Mawson. There you go, man. Better getting a champion.
Maybe we need to sign Sam Mawson.
Yeah, swap deal.
Bloody hell. It's mad though, isn't it? Because this year, well, when he's come in the last couple of games before I got injured, he wasn't even that bad. After the Scotland international,
yeah,
when he scored 4, I think, or I can't remember how many he scored then. He's not been that bad.
I think his consistency is not between the two of them, Scott and Fred. Like consistency is not there for either of them.
No,
whether they're playing together or whether they're playing apart. I don't think either of them, start as Manchester United. But I could see Fred staying as a squad player, and I think he'd be quite happy for that.
Yeah,
Scott's 25, 26.
Still get some money.
Yeah. I mean, purely from a professional point of view, though, would you want to be remain of your career on the bench at Manchester United, or would you want to go and express yourself somewhere else?
He does get the chances every now and again. He's got to remember he's been there since he was 9. He's started for the Scotland squad. He doesn't have to prove anything to get in there. I don't know. It's a funny one with him, whether he would want to go or he's happy with what he's doing.
That's the thing, though, isn't it? Everyone knows we're sick of the McFred pivot. We don't want to see it anymore.
Of course we do. It's just going to get better.
Dave, for God's sake. I struggle to take you seriously sometimes.
Come on now. Wide.
We're all sick of it now, though.
Everyone uses it. Every manager's used it.
They haven't got anything better. Well, before Casemiro, they had nothing better, did they? They had absolutely nothing better. Jesus, Jayden.
Oh, bloody hell.
That cross is always on, isn't it? It's always on. We've been like Stoke, us. Prime Stoke, this first half hour or so. Constant long ball. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. One more again. Corner?
No.
Either way. What, you get 30 from McTominay maybe? What do you get from Maguire?
Probably the same.
Just
on the base.
Stretch far.
I don't know. Well,
You can't. I just heard myself say it.
England's centre back. You could see like someone like Everton.
Sam Ball.
No, I don't think they'll give that. Well, it could be fucking every England centre half who's played a couple of games. Everything, innit? Tarkowski, Cody, bloody Michael Keane. Jesus. That was even before Sean Dyche.
Yeah.
They could actually go down them, couldn't they? Crazy, I think.
Yeah, oldest club to do so if they did, don't they? I think there's only 2 clubs that haven't been relegated from the Premier League.
It's got to happen at some point, though, isn't it? What are you saying? That's not happening now.
Yes, don't have to. You'd
Yeah.
think they were too big.
There's players they've got as well. They've got some good little players there.
They didn't really reinvest the money. How much did they get for Richarlison? 50 mil. Like
Six, I think it was 60, wasn't it?
Some of the money they've had in, or the money that they've spent over the years. I can understand why Everton fans are pissed off. This has turned into a dire game.
Dire.
Yeah.
I use the word dire a lot when I'm on here. I never seem to have a look.
It's not like we can't penetrate. It's just the balls when we do it, it's just been shite. So we're just playing it about.
There's nothing coming down down the right hand side.
Down the right, yeah.
With this sort of, is it Sabitzer down the right? Is it Fernandes down there? I mean, even if going down the other channel, Sancho hasn't done much down the left hand side. Like I said, most of the balls have been coming up over the top, which has created our chances. There's fucking Villa again. Great tackle.
Malacia, what a challenge, mate.
Well done.
You've done so well then.
Yeah, really well.
He's the bloody right back, and why is he over there now? Well played,
Kazza again.
Casemiro.
That's just 2 fantastic pieces of defending that.
That was shocking. That's what I mean. You do 2 things right and then big fuck up.
Yeah. See now, look, it looks like Luke Shaw's playing fucking left back. Go on then.
Good at coming out.
Sweet, yeah, he's good sweeping in there.
What
are you on?
Talk to each other, you Paris.
Oh my God. Bleeding lucky bounce there.
City have scored again. 2-1 up. Hugh Grant's fuming.
Can't be the only Fulham fan. Oh, Luke Shaw. If he don't do that, Watkins gets there. Oh.
Over it. Michael Jackson was a Fulham fan, wasn't he?
Was he?
I don't know if it's a Fulham. He was mates with that. Was it Al Fayed who owned Fulham?
Mr. Harrods.
Yeah. So they had like a
He had a statue outside.
a Michael Jackson.
You know where
statue.
that statue is now? It's in the Urbis.
Is it really?
Yeah.
It's gone all the way from Craven Cottage to the Urbis in Manchester. What's the point?
Gotta go for them, man. Yeah.
Oh, you gotta try it. Yeah.
If you score them, you just look like a genius.
Yeah. You ever scored over a kick in training or anything like that? No.
Remember when I was in primary school, tried, missed the ball, fell me back and got winded. And the same manager, he's your teacher, any of the manager in primary school.
Yeah.
He went mad at me.
Not bad. Whoever he is, Mr. What? What's his name?
That's a good question. Can't remember.
Bloody hell. That just looked, from past experience, that ball looked like it was going straight to a bleeding blue shirt.
I'll let you read this one out because I can't pronounce that name.
We'll be looking here.
Oh, come on.
Disappeared. Hold on.
Have you lost that?
How's it
Less
gone?
than 10 minutes to go till half time now. Outside of them Rashford chances in the first sort of 10 minutes, there won't really be much to it.
Nothing.
United going up front.
No, it's been a bit
Villa
quiet, hasn't it?
Yeah, Villa probably had the best chance.
Callum, have you got that super chat? It's disappeared off here.
Yeah, it was.
Need to go on charge that, I think. 10%.
Make any subs?
Yeah,
Would that? Oh.
I'd
I'd
probably try Antonino.
I'd probably looking at Anthony, move Bruno more in the middle.
Yeah, Bruno has to go in the middle.
Takes the bits off.
Bruno has to go in the middle there.
Or Eriksen. Oh shit. That's all going on.
It has just disappeared though, hasn't it? I'm looking for it.
Have you got it, Cal?
Yeah, once.
I don't know why it's just disappeared off
It disappeared.
Go on, we're in here.
Get there! Yes! Come on!
Get him,
Come on!
Bruno.
Good fucking lad.
That's what I said.
Good lad.
Keep him down the right. Don't bother bringing Anthony on. That was what we needed to do.
Come on.
I don't know nothing.
The thing is that Martinez, how didn't he hold that goal, hold that shot? Because it was such a timid shot by Rashford.
Was that even on target, Rashford's shot?
Well, he saved it, didn't it? So it must be. Unless that's how
Is
it
that
works.
really
isn't
out
it?
of nothing, that?
Yeah.
Is that how it works now? What's the password for this?
Can you put the code for the password up as well, please, Cal?
5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
I think it's.
Yeah, it was on target, but did really well.
Yeah, take it off low power.
I mean, it's just like a little daisy cutter of a shot.
Oh, the deflection
Bad
took it in,
bad
hasn't it?
deflection, innit? We'll take him, we'll get
Deflections
him.
took it in. Hey, I don't bleed in mine, no.
So the super, it was it off as well, a super chat.
I'll take it in a second.
So it said, I think it's not realistic to expect a goalkeeper change this summer. There are too many other priorities. 1 or 2 strikers, centre half, midfielder. He's got a shopping list. Are all ahead of a goalkeeper. I'd think, at least for now. Your thoughts? I agree, really. I
I think the most important
role
is a goalkeeper and a striker. I think. Yeah,
Is
the midfield's
Bruno
not great,
offside?
but it can do a job.
Be Rashford, won't it?
Yeah. Go on, you can pronounce that.
This is a Fruscione. I want
J.E.
to say J.E. Fruscione. I want to say
With
goal.
a super chat,
Goal. Come on, United.
Right.
Hopefully that opened things up now because
Yeah.
Villa have to come out a bit more.
And like you say, they've been playing bleeding 5 at the back.
Yeah.
They've been happy there with 3
with
screening
3
in front of him.
sweepers,
Yeah, with 3 in front of him. Yeah. I'm on the boys. Well, did Bruno come off the right then?
Yeah, looks like it.
Hey, maybe Ten Hag actually knows what he's doing, innit? You know. Mad that. Come on, the boys.
Yeah, we are good at closing them down. Ooh, pressing and ooh. See Rashford and Sancho now to get me.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, mine's dead now. Rashi and Bruno. Rashi and Sancho, I said. I just want Sancho to succeed here.
Yeah,
I don't think I've wanted a player more to succeed than him right now.
I think he would give him time. I think he will, but I don't know if they've got the patience for that.
Well, if you look at how much patience they've had for Anthony Martial, then I don't think.
Yeah, that's right.
If we use that as a sort of the bar, then he's got at least a couple more seasons. The thing with Sancho, he carries himself like he wants to be better than his performance, whereas Martial, when he's having bad performances, doesn't look like he gives a shit in the slightest, and I think that's what a lot of people's problems is with him, especially mine. But yeah, Sancho's talent's there. I just wonder, how long does he get? Considering he wasn't a Ten Hag signing, does that sort of play against him a little bit?
Yeah. Well, J.E. Fruscione says, spot on with the name pronunciation, boys.
Oh, you done well.
Take that all day, hey, geezer. You're welcome, lad. Wait till someone else does it and I butcher that one. Hey, for God's sake.
And it'll be Smith or something like that.
John Smith, eh? Yeah. I want him to, because we've seen what he did with Dortmund. 2 back-to-back seasons.
When he was at Dortmund as well, he was doing well with England.
Yeah. 2 back-to-back seasons with plus 15 goals and assists. I know it's it's not as good a league as the Prem. But you think, he touches him, it's a free kick there, bleeding out the low.
I'd probably gone down there.
You would, wouldn't you?
It's like 2 minutes till half time, roughly.
Hold out till half time.
Unai Emery looks like he's dying for a toilet and a coat.
He always does that, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I've never seen him look happy, even when he's smiling.
He's managing Villa, for God's sake. Yeah, it's very, very rare as a Unai Emery smile.
See, right.
So
that then. Dave's passed him the ball, and the first thing Lindelof has done is gone.
Because I'll tell you why, because everyone else is up. He shouldn't have never passed him in the first place.
That's what I mean.
But what's he asking for it for then?
That's what I mean. If everyone's up,
Here we go.
Oh, go on. That's great ball. Go on, Jaden. Taking on Young. Ball in.
Oh.
he's got Young on toast here, hasn't he?
Yeah. Well, he should have, man.
You know, that's a foul.
He's like, yes, lad, good lad. Fucking hell, just on a Stevens. Wasn't it? Weren't a foul? Bleeding hell. He weren't a foul. No wonder he was handshaking him then. Christ. Honestly. It is actually mad sometimes that we have a part of the spine of Real Madrid's most successful team sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's fucking mental.
Well, at one point in the season, we had the whole spine bar, David De Gea. You know, we had Ronaldo up front,
Yes,
Casemiro,
yeah.
and Varane.
Yeah. God, he's throwing his toys out over there. He's running.
And the manager just got sacked. Was it Al Nasser? Or nothing?
Yeah, Al Nassr, yeah. It was Rudy Garcia. You know, he used to manage Roma. I think he managed Roma, I think. Yeah, they sacked him. I wonder how many gaffers Ronaldo's worked under. I bet it's a fucking load.
Oh, well, you can work it out easy. There's only
One at Lisbon.
2 at United. His first time round and second time round.
Yeah. No. 3, because he was signed under Ollie, wasn't he? Ollie and Ten Hag. He had Ten Hag for 3 or 4 games this year, wasn't he?
Yeah. Oh, then.
Oh, then Ragnick as well, then.
Yeah, so that's how many.
And Carrick. Hold on.
All right. Fucking
hell, he's
got
falling.
this totally wrong, isn't it? Jesus.
You had 2 at Juve. Because if it didn't, what he
No,
managed?
3.
Because managing the
Sarri. It was Sarri.
Tackle that was.
Yeah.
Pirlo. Allegri.
He's had some mad tackles him today. Last year, it's been great.
Yeah, it's good. Considering we're talking before the
Yeah.
game and his performance, he's certainly come out with a decent one today.
Yeah,
Taking down someone who's to play in his position.
I was very worried about him as well. But he's proved everyone wrong so far, hasn't he?
Yeah, he had a good game.
So, yeah, what's that? 3 at Juve, 4 at United, or 5 at United.
There must be a few.
No, 5 at United, if you count. Yeah, 5 at United. Oh, fucking hell, never mind Madrid. Jesus Christ. Who did Madrid have then? Mourinho. That was a certain. Zidane. I want to say maybe Benitez. Maybe.
You know what, I can't think. He was there for ages, wasn't he, as well?
Yeah, absolutely ages, yeah. See, the difference there, Casemiro received the ball then with 3 players around him. He didn't faff around. One touch gone, you know what I mean? He's off. Bruno's not off.
It's that ball
Sancho
every
was
time
off.
from Eriksen. It's
Yeah.
just
Take him on.
go on, have a go.
Corner. Hey, come on then.
Oh, still in.
Oh, what a touch, by the way.
Oh.
No, with a left-footed shot.
Just under a minute till half time.
Bless you, Davros.
Let us know you think been the man of the first half. Who do you think's been United's best player? Molasses had a good game.
I think Eriksen's been good.
Eriksen's balls over the top.
I think even Sancho, because he's taken on Younger quite a few times on that side.
There's been a lot of positives, to be honest. I mean, Rashford probably should have done a bit better with his chances.
Oh, see, you could have played Bruno there. That's half time then.
Half time, Manchester United 1, Aston Villa 0 at Old Trafford. Wasn't the most entertaining in the first half, but 1-0. Fernandes, was it given Fernandes or was it an own goal?
Fernandes, I think he's on target.
I think it's Fernandes.
Why
is that, Dave?
Was a very generous deflection that brought it into the goal, but I think we probably deserved that. Would you say?
I'd say so. Yeah, they had the best chance of the game, but it was one chance.
Yeah,
and Dave has pulled us out of another scenario there when it's come off Dallo. So nothing wrong there, and I think we've proper put Martinez under pressure with shots and playing in their half. You said it before. They have a bank of 5, a bank of 3, and then just 2 floaters pressing in their own half for the majority of the first half. So more of the same, please. More of the same.
Dave,
from Villa's point of view, if they went forward, I think they'd create quite a bit, because when they have gone, we've looked a bit shaky at the back. But they must be worried in the other sense that if they go forward, we'll just be on the counter attack and they'll be done, because the way they're defending with so many people behind the ball.
Yeah,
they've got to balance it out a little bit more if they want to do better. But listen, it's good for us because they're not attacking as much.
Yeah, it's even better for us though, because Southampton are beating Newcastle at the moment. So this could be a huge day for Manchester United to cement their place in the top 4. That means all the goal differences go out the window, because points mean more, don't they? And I think that's something that we need to be looking towards. But it could be a really good day for Manchester United. So let us know who you think's been United's best player in the first half. Do you reckon we're going to see any of the substitutions? We've got Anthony on the bench.
I'd like to see Anthony. Who do you bring off though?
It's probably either between Eriksen and Sabitzer, isn't it? If you're going to bring him, because you'll have to play Bruno in there.
I think Eriksen's been great.
Yeah. To be fair, there's a lot of love for Malacia in the chat. How he's played. Malacia and Eriksen have been really good so far. A couple of shouts for Casemiro in there. I mean, he's just been Casemiro, hasn't he? You know, he's never going to stand out because he's always that good. He never really drops that level. Casemiro's best game in weeks. People wanting the intensity to stay the same in the second half. I mean, it'll be tough too, because like you say, we tire up towards 70 minutes and stuff.
But I think we only tire when we've got a team that are pressing us, like the likes of Brighton, whereas Villa have sat back so deep for a game. It's not been really a game that sort of, they should have been tired from that first half. I mean, the professional footballers anyway, you should be able to hold yourself after 60 minutes. What will be interesting if Villa do come out and try to get a draw or maybe a win out of the game. But, credit where it's due for Manchester United. This is a Villa team that haven't been beaten since February the 18th. So it's a really big result if we pull this off today.
Almost 2.5 months. Unbeaten 10 games. I mean, like I was worried at the start of this game. I couldn't voice it anymore. But the way we started the game and how we were a little bit under the cosh sort of last 5-10 minutes before we scored, I'm all right. I'm happy.
Yeah. There wasn't too much to be fair for, was there really, off that?
No. And they had, like I say, they had that chance where it's come off Dalot and it's gone straight to their fullback in his path. De Gea's done really well to get down that side. But I just think second half, you can get a couple of subs on. Because the problem is that we berated Ten Hag for the subs he made midweek, didn't we?
Yeah.
As in, when Fred came on, when Weghorst came on. I think we were 2-0. I think we were 2-0 when Weghorst came on, or it was 2-1, and it's just like discombobulated terribly somehow. But in this game, it looks like he's given me a little bit of a battering. The way the facts that we've been playing so many long balls, like I say, we were playing Stoke in the first half sometimes, but it's Villa defence are there for the taking. I know they've got all these heads behind the ball. But I think they're there.
Yeah, the reason we've been trying to do the same ball over the top time and time again is because we're getting success of it. It hasn't always led to a goal. Yeah. But I mean, if you look to the Rashford chance, it came through something very similar to that. And Sancho's been pretty decent down the left-hand side. It's been nothing down the right, though. Is that a concern for you in terms of if they sort of nullify the threat with the ball over the top, we're going to have to start looking down the flanks?
Well, that's the thing. Nothing's been coming from the right, I think, because we know Bruno's not going to take the ball. He's going to sprint 20 yards and take a man on and beat a man. He's obviously better with his head up. So in the second half, if we see, say, Anthony come on at half time, I think there'll be a lot more down that right hand side, and we can put this defensively iffy fullback to the test a bit more. Especially Anthony when he's confident. He loves taking people on, but he always does the same thing, doesn't he?
Yeah.
But he's stopping it. And Bruno, I think the way he's been playing so far, if he has to slot into that midfield, I think he'll probably do a little better job than Sabitzer. But he's not a bad game either. It's a good thing, really, when you think we're not really outing someone for having a bad game, because they've all been quite good. Malacia, Casemiro, Eriksen, Sancho, they've all been quite good.
Yeah, it's been six. It's been sevens across the pitch, hasn't it? Really, there's not really been anyone you could sort of have any criticism at. I mean, Rashford probably maybe taking a chance a little bit better than they did earlier on, but I mean, it was his shot that led to the goal. Casemiro unlucky with that bang against the bar about 30 minutes into the game.
I've got a little super chat here from 58 Gorge. 58. Does Pep surpass Fergie if he wins the treble?
No, because he's not done it with Manchester United. I don't think he does. And there was a lot going. There was an article in the Guardian today about why if Manchester City do win the treble, why it will fail in comparison to Manchester United's. And I think it was Jonathan Liu who wrote it, and he was saying that because of the amount of drama that went alongside Manchester United's treble, City have just been very like a machine in many ways, and that's not they're just very efficient in how they've done it.
Yeah.
So I think you sort of lose some of that. I don't know, the romance that goes along with it, and the man that Manchester United won it. Me personally, and I know City fans will take this as being a slight because I'm a United fan. I just think because Manchester United won the treble with so many homegrown players in that team, in that club that time, that means a lot more than what Manchester City. And you can't take it away from if they were to do it, but I just think because of that will probably always mean for me anyway.
And I think if they do it, there will always that debate will consistently be a part of like football talk. Like, Ronaldo, Messi thing, whose treble was better, United's or City's? You know, especially in England anyway. And you could argue there's quite a bit of similarity in terms of the squad depth of both of those teams, because we had four world-class centre forwards at the time. They have 2 in each position. They have two class centre forwards, City, 2 class right wingers, 2 class left wingers for the different era of football they're playing in. But we had pretty much 2 world-class players in each position. You know.
Yeah.
So I think for that regard, because you can't really compare to football. They probably didn't even know what a false 9 was back in '99, you know, something like that. That comparison will be there with the squads, and it's just going to be... It'll be scary if City do it, because it'll be the 5th title in 6 years. It'll be an FA Cup against us, but they're not going to do it anyway. And the Champions League. I think they'll get the Champions League.
You think?
I think they will, yeah.
I don't know.
I think Real are the Champions League team, but I think there's been too many instances this year where we've saw him crumble against lower Liga teams.
Yeah.
And I know Ancelotti's an absolute master in terms of like getting his team to over the line in certain scenarios like that. But I've just seen him be iffy too much. Last week.
I think the last couple of times City played Real Madrid, I think City should have probably beat them over the 2 games. You know, it was only like 5 freak minutes last season, wasn't it? Why they didn't go through? So I don't know. I think there's going to be one more twist in the tail of Man City's trouble, whether it's a Val Veghorst, you know, diving header at the last minute at Wembley, or an AC Milan complete, you know, masterclass in defending. I just think, I hope, you know.
Oh yeah, you have to.
I can't, because we're losing today against Hugh Grant FC, and doesn't know that's going to continue.
I'm not going to call him anything else now.
Yeah, Hugh Grant, that's Fulham for anyone who's just catching up with us here on Stretford Paddock. Right, Dave, you could do some talking because I need to go do something else.
That's fine.
We got a super chat then. It was would Pep's treble surpass Fergie's if City do it this year? And it was a very easy no.
Well, you just got to, at the end of the day, I know they spent a ton of money. A treble to treble, no matter who it is. If any team does it, it's a great achievement. But there's still a long way to go. I mean,
don't get me wrong.
I think the favourites for the league now, but Arsenal still could do it. I don't think they will, but they still could. It's the Manchester derby in the FA Cup. City are favourites, but it's a derby at the end of the day. We
can't predict it.
Exactly. And then the Champions League, there's still big teams in there. I mean, Madrid is still in there. I mean,
well, the assumption is if whoever wins that semi-final, City and Real, will win it, won't they? Because think about in the league where Inter and AC are. Inter are something like 6th or something, and AC are like 4th. And without Juve's points reimbursement, should we say, they'd both be even lower. And how that's even a Champions League semi-final?
I know what you're saying.
I don't know.
To be fair though, like you look at the Europa League this year, the teams that have been in it, it's probably been a better competition than the Champions League.
Davros, that's a statement.
It's just the truth. People don't like the truth, but I mean, we were in it. Barcelona were in it. You know, all the teams we've come across, it's been great. But if City do it, I won't be happy, but it'll be an amazing achievement, and you can't take it away from them.
But it won't surpass Fergie.
Obviously not, because I don't care about that. But. Yeah, it's if they win the league, it's a 3 in a row as well, which only we've done twice.
5 in 6 as well.
I mean, it's impressive. But when you watch them play, it's crazy, isn't it? It's no surprise that they're able to do these kinds of things, because they're an amazing team. But that's the standard these days, and that's what we got to strive for towards.
Yeah, and I hate to put a comparison more towards in a Blues favour, but when I look back at, you know, we were talking about before, Fergie's ex-players going on to be managers. I know Pep's not had a lot of ex-players become managers, but The 3 right now, well, the 4, even if you think Xabi Alonso as well with Leverkusen, they're doing quite well.
Yeah.
Arteta's
No,
doing
listen, at the end of the day, he's a great manager. He's what he did at Barcelona. I know, listen, at Barcelona, he had probably the best team in the world, and he didn't have to do anything. He was. This is where people with Pep, they've talked about him. At Barcelona, he had the best team in the world. He had Messi.
Yeah.
Went to Munich, who were already the top of the Bundesliga. Amazing team. Took over them, did well with them, which was no surprise. Come to City, where the already established team, obviously he's made additions to that, but he's never had to struggle, really, has he? And I think that's what why people will always say Fergie's a better manager, because Fergie's early career, he has struggled. But Pep, I know I'm not taking anything away from Pep, because he's what he's done is amazing, and it's not his fault that he's never struggled, because that's if you had to compare him, that's the comparison.
Yeah, not better. End of the day, it's not better, is it? No.
He's good. He's a good tryer. But
yeah. So what were your thoughts on that first half then? How do you make it?
Listen, I'm glad we're 1-0 up, but quite frustrating. We got in a few times. I thought Eriksen did really well. Midfield, just that ball over the top towards Sancho. I mean, Sancho picked it up, or Rashford picked it up. And we're getting in, and Sancho did really well against Young a few times, but I don't know, it's just not, final balls, it's not there. If we had just that little bit extra, we could be 3-4-0 up here.
Yeah. We had the chances as well, didn't we?
It's not like Martinez even had to make some great saves or anything like that. It's just us not getting to that position.
Yeah. Rashford's efforts seemed to be straight at him as well. And the one thing that was interesting, I think, in that first half, we didn't see any images of fans coming in from the protests or anything. They didn't bother to put anything on. And I'm not really shocked by it.
No,
really.
I mean, that's the thing, isn't it? When we talk about these protests, it's all right, we can stare at across social media. And I think that's a huge platform anyway to sort of try and get it out there. But the thing that will affect the Glazers is if it was shown during the game with the sponsors and stuff like that. And I think it's unfair. I work in the media, and so I can't comment too much on it. But I think that, the fans are part of the whole experience, and people on TV want to see. Everybody wanted to know whether they walked in or not. So I mean, the channel that we're watching it on didn't show anything around the 18th minute, so we couldn't tell one way or the other.
It might be as well from it's a foreign broadcaster that it might not be that interesting, but I don't know, on Match of the Day tonight they might have a piece on that, because maybe I don't even know where this is from. They might not be that interested in it, whereas obviously the British audience is, so we'll have to see tonight. Well,
maybe. I mean, we're the biggest club in the world, so I think everyone around the world should be interested in the ownership of Manchester United.
There is a lot of people just don't care about the politics, just want to see the football.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it'd be interesting to see if it is on any other channels later on. Maybe it is a Match of the Day come 10 o'clock tonight. But first half, I mean, Villa team that haven't been beaten in 10 games. I don't think there's much we can complain about.
Sorry.
Well, Dave, you ought to be...
But I was just saying to Jordan then that Martinez didn't have to really make any great saves or anything. But we had that little bit extra. We could be 4-0 up. It's just that final ball each time.
Yeah, I mean, we are getting opportunities coming through, so it'd be interesting if he brings Anthony in the second half, because I know he plays well alongside when Fernandes was playing deep a few weeks back in that sort of quarterback role that he was playing, and then finding passes from the back, linking up well with Anthony. He can run around the back of players, so it'd be interesting if he comes on, but it doesn't like any substitutions have been made so far in this half.
To be fair, we kept a clean sheet in the first half, we're 1-0 up. Really no reason to change it from his point of view.
Not at all. I mean, like me and Jordan was saying, it's pretty much sevens across the board, really, isn't it? There's not anyone you could sort of point any criticism at. We're just coming out now. It's just
the team as a whole, that final thing. It's not. When I say that, I'm not picking any individual player out.
Yeah. The players coming out now for the second half. Come on, United. We need this as well. With Southampton currently beating Newcastle down at St Mary's, it could be a great day indeed. Over the protests went away. Got the message across. There's a Glazers out flag going up there in the crowd. I could see. But yeah, so what's the points difference there? So if Newcastle get beaten, we win today. What does that look like?
Let's see if we can have a look. So it looks like. So we've still got a game over them, and they're a point behind us. So if we win today, they lose. They'll be a point behind us, but we'll have a game in hand.
Right, okay. That's decent, though. And then we've got a good gap, starting to build a good gap with those below us. There's 7 games after today's left in the league.
So
32.
6.
6 after today. I think we only need maybe 2 more wins after today to guarantee top 4, if that. I'd like us to be able to do it and then just put everyone in some sort of chamber to stay fit for June. Because City have got so much to play for that they can, I'm just looking at that FA Cup final.
Yeah, I think if we get to the point where we've guaranteed top 4.
Yeah.
Then it's just like we can be a bit more protective of the players then.
But you still want to tick them over as well, so it's that.
Yeah. I mean,
drawing that line, isn't it?
Not taking any risks then.
Yeah, of course. I think Brighton away is probably our hardest game for the rest of the season, is it? We've got Chelsea as well, haven't we?
But it's Chelsea.
It's Chelsea.
They're looking at their first 5 games: loss, draw, loss.
The strong rumours linked with them again today with Pochettino, and you just think, why wait?
You just, I don't know. It's a weird thing with Chelsea. It's like people getting, well, why has Lampard gone back again?
Oh,
great header.
Great defending that by, is that Lindelof?
But yeah, it shows you though with Villa, they come forward, they look quite dangerous. Good ball from Young.
Yeah, good touch header by Victor there.
But yeah, if you were Frank Lampard, of course you'd go back, because you know that even if it don't work out like it's not working out now, you're getting a bit of money at the end of it, aren't you?
He's not going to turn it down, is he? I don't suppose.
He'll have a little bit of bonus at the end.
Imagine getting a bonus and you don't win a game. The whole time.
I mean, the amount of managers that go through it, and they have to pay him off because you sack him.
Yeah.
Is that your Morrisons?
Oh man, Delo with a throw in now.
Fucking hell, I didn't realise the rest start of the game.
Had a decent chance first minute, ball in from Young, and then Lindelof took it off their striker's head.
I think bleeding gone centre halves on it then, especially for the second half, because they've not been bad, them two together in the couple of very short period of time.
I mean, because there was a massive worry, wasn't there, when we lost Martinez and obviously Varane in the same game. Looks like Varane might be back, but I mean, in terms of the games coming up, we wouldn't rush him, would you? You just try and keep him fit. Or get him fit for June.
Well, they said, didn't they, that they think he's going to be fit for the FA Cup final. Yeah. But then the whole debate happens now. What if Lindelof is so solid now, and Luke Shaw at centre half is so solid? Do you then put in a Varane, who is obviously very much so a better defender as a centre half than both Lindelof and Luke Shaw? Do you throw him in with no game experience, as in up until that game?
Yeah,
in such a big game. I know he'd be fine for the occasion because he's been in countless Champions League finals. He's won countless Champions League finals. He's won so many trophies. But do you then put him
in place of one of them two?
It probably would be.
It'd be Lindelof, wouldn't it? I imagine.
Maybe even.
Well, if it's Shaw,
left back,
I'd probably, I'd put Shaw out to Malassia's side and just say, Champions League, Varane's back, and we've got Haaland we're facing. It's no brainer for me.
These are Luke Shaw played well against Haaland.
Yeah, he did.
When we played, it was in the derby. So,
but was that alongside Varane?
Yeah. Hey, imagine Luke Shaw becomes that good. We don't even need to sign up centre half. Hey, we've had a new left back.
I'm glad the Martinez injury doesn't look as bad as we initially thought.
That was a big worry, wasn't it?
Yeah, it really was. Just for his career, as much as it was for selfish reasons for Manchester United, because you've seen people go off when they get injured by not being hit by anybody. Just pulling something. It can be a bad thing. But yeah,
he went over, didn't he, on his ankle, and it didn't look good. But they never do on slow motion.
No,
they never look good.
I think Emery's told him to go for it.
Yeah, they've come out, haven't they? A lot better, a lot more attacking. Aston Villa first 5 minutes of the second half. Still 1-0 Man United.
Who they give that to there? They give that Villa then?
Yeah, I think Malacia pushes him in the back.
Yeah.
Get down.
Good
They've
position
got
for
height.
him, though.
They've got height though, Villa, haven't they?
We don't be conceding this early into the second half.
Keep it solid. Keep it man to man. It'll be fine. But he's fucking doing that, innit? Fuck off, John. So you watched this here on the edge here.
He's a
so
mark.
They got
free.
two of them.
There's two free men there.
Why?
Look. Flipping called it.
Did well short of
surely
Rochelle.
I'll back. It was
Well,
almost too obvious, though, wasn't it? What they were going to do.
Malacia over there again. He loves playing right back this geezer, doesn't he?
Like when you see kids playing football, just chasing the ball for every kid.
Yeah, which is admirable to an
Yeah, of course
extent,
it
but
is.
sometimes you just get back in your position, you dickhead.
And it's a dickhead coming with love and like.
Oh yeah, not in an offensive way. Like it's a term of endearment where I'm from. My dad calls it me all the time.
Yeah.
Oof.
Dickhead can't be an insult, can it?
No.
Come on. A lot of my mates say dick cheese.
That's a different ball game altogether. That would call you dick. Your mates
Me
call you
specifically.
Oh
but
right,
like, we say it a lot.
Is that your nickname?
Not me specifically. This is all slander. This. I'm suing for libel.
Yeah. I don't own the channel. You crack on.
Yeah. Dick cheese. Bloody hell. That was good Mings, wasn't it? You prick.
He's a bad boy, innit? Like he's their most hated figure, I suppose.
He's the Maguire for Aston Villa, isn't he?
He's better than Maguire. Would you say?
See, I was having a debate with a mate at work who's a Villa fan, and at the start of the season I was going, "Oh, Maguire shits on him. Look, he's terrible." But I actually agree with him that Mings is probably better. They're not. They're both not very
much
good.
in it. Yeah, Mings is in a mid-table side, or mid-table searching for a top 7 side.
Fucking hey, referee,
He's got
that's
away
a
with
card
few
at
then
least.
Douglas Will, he's got away with a few of them today.
That's got to be a card.
Nope.
Oh my days.
Nothing going
Your
there.
mate, Jared.
Garrett? What's his flipping name? We give a shit anymore. Thinking he was alright.
Jared Gillette.
Oh, quick one of her
Great
own.
ball by... Oh, was the offside. Too quick.
Yeah, he's got the whistle in his hand.
What? Why?
Well, he must have said it beforehand.
Sake. That's his fault.
No, if you say it beforehand and then they get the ball, it's playing devil. I'm just trying to stick up for your mate here.
Yeah.
It's not my mate.
If you're Ericsson, do you just shave it off?
Yeah.
I've been thinking this for absolutely ages. You would, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Just go, embrace it.
Maybe he's
Back in.
Maybe just wait for retirement to go to Turkey.
Wait to end the season,
Oh,
surely.
to get the wig. John McGrath didn't go to Turkey for his, did he?
I haven't got a clue.
John McGrath just uses a weird thing in a bottle, doesn't he?
You not see
Yeah,
that
why
one
is
where
he
they
going
put-
back? Yeah, he's going back now, isn't it, John McGrath?
Is
You
it?
can't stop it, yeah.
Not seen him in person for a while. So.
Have you not?
No.
He started putting it down here, so his fringe has come really up. It's hard to separate his fringe and his eyebrows. It's come back so quick.
Give himself a unibrow, but the airline's not sorted. Bloody hell. Bloody Joe, eh? Yeah, I seen that with all of it filling his head. Filling it all in with his head. On Sloppy Joe's. If you've not watched that, watch Sloppy Joe's or listen to it on any decent podcast sites, should we say.
And Scotty.
And Scotty, well, yeah.
And there's been a couple of crossovers as well, haven't they?
There's been a couple, yeah.
Oh,
come on!
You can't anticipate.
You got to little, yeah.
You can anticipate some things, but who was it? Mings? We don't know. Brilliant.
He is everywhere, isn't he? Last year.
He's having a great game. The last one of the best United players today. Involved in a lot.
Just giving up there. 3 players in our final third just giving up pressing. Oh, great ball. Come on. Hey, He commands his area well, doesn't he? Even when it's not even like a set piece or anything.
Yeah.
He's out like a flash. Never see Dier doing that, will we?
Villa seem a lot more attack-minded, don't they, this half?
Well, they've looked better for it instead of having everyone behind the ball.
Yeah.
We were just...
Oh, Dalot. Anyway, but the centre of the pitch, man.
So I think if you prod at our defence long enough, there will be a mistake.
Oh, there'll be a
made,
crack.
you know?
Yeah, of course there will. Yeah. Yes, Bruno, lad. Good
Well
lad.
played.
Let him get back in now. Have a breather.
It's like Newcastle have equalised.
No.
Of course, yeah. Thing is, their squad isn't even that good. On paper, it's not that good at all, but
No.
Eddie Howe's got them playing out of their skin. It'd be scary to see what they can do with a transfer budget.
Yeah, it's a good foundation that it's built this year, hasn't it? For
Yeah.
great ball.
Go on,
that.
Jaden, lad. You've got 3 runners there. You can pick one out. Oh, trying too much here. Edge! Look at him there. Fucking hell, Jaden.
Took
Wait
too
for
long.
that one,
That's always the problem with Sancho, you know. It takes too long, diving around.
He
Could have shot, took it in, stepped inside, passed it, shot.
Yeah, like you said, he had 2 options then. He could have played it first time. Okay, right, he took it back.
1-0 there, be more likely to equalise.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
it. It's
Yeah.
just recent history in games.
Yeah.
It is recent, innit?
Yeah.
Days ago. Bruno, hey. Relax, man, he'll book you. Right on his face there.
See, Man United, you give the foul on it.
Give the foul 20 seconds ago. Oh, he's a booking
It's
though.
right through the back of him.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Literally no intention at all. No booking? No booking, obviously. Come on, man. Molassie's centre half now. And he's just picked out an unbelievable ball. Fullback to fullback. One more!
Rashford was open earlier on than that.
Oh, go on!
Curse.
Tell you what, Molassie's been
Great
pissing
ball,
everywhere.
that, yeah.
Ridiculous, isn't it?
I berated him saying I'm worried he didn't been on that side. He's been the best player on the pitch. Oh, I've had a little bit less on that there. Oh, is your hand sore? Oh, why didn't he react then? Just stop running then. Come on.
How old is he now, actually? Young, 37?
He must be 37, yeah. Must be. He's been about for absolutely ages. And fair play to him for carrying on as well. Because you'd think as he gets older and wingers sort of stay the same age with new ones coming in, you know, different players and stuff, that he'd be getting cooked, wouldn't you? But I'd say he's held his own against Sancho today. He's been okay. He's been all right defensively against him. Yes, a bit so. Good lad. Good ball, that.
Yep.
Right, here you go. Drive a bit now. Go on, Terrell.
Yeah, I think with Villa opening up now in the second half, looking for the equalisers, allowing United to try and find different channels to attack, because there hasn't been that opportunity to do the same ball over the top as there was in the first half.
How was he offside there? Are you sure? Fucking hell, how was Molassie offside? He is literally everywhere. Absolutely everywhere.
You saying he's scoring today then?
I'm not putting my neck on the line. I'll say that and he'll score, but he'll score in our own net, mate. Oh, come on. Good job, Ish. I thought he weren't getting there.
Great play. Oof, good defending.
Was that a block? Was it a block? Yeah, it must have been. Yeah. Bit quite easy, that, wasn't it?
Villa
1-2 touch football.
Some nice football. If they saw him coming in on the left.
Yeah.
Good block, yeah.
Lindelof again, great defending.
He's been really good this game. Hey man, Luke Shaw.
He's always suffered though, hasn't he? For being like Harry Maguire's dance partner.
Yeah.
Was that the constant aerial conversation when it with Lindelof? How he was getting beat in the air.
Yeah.
He's not actually a good punch. He's not actually that bad of a defender. Shit comms there. And look who's there again. Hey. Go on, Terrell, lad.
Well done, man.
Oh,
deserved more.
The one time Eriksen has a poor touch would have been on a stupidly good counter attack. Right, get back to left back now. Go on.
Delaw's been decent as well. Coming from Wan-Bissaka, has not been many mistakes.
Yeah, you wouldn't. I was saying at half time, maybe before the game, maybe bring him on at half time, but no need to.
Don't need to really. No. If you're looking at players' fitness over the last with the remaining games we've got coming up, it's not an area I'd be saying to change.
Gord, Sabitzer. Sancho's miles off there. Here he is, man of the moment. Hey.
What a ball! Oh, come on, better touch on that, Marcus.
It was a lovely ball.
Great ball by Casemiro.
I'd say that's difficult to take down when it's over his left shoulder on his right foot.
He had
running at pace as well.
But he had enough time to see the sort of direct.
Oh, Dalot, that's a foul, surely. I can't believe he's not given that as a foul.
Corner ball.
Well, there's the shorts. Then there's just not getting. Well, he actually got the ball, to be fair. Never mind. But for the shorts, he could have given it. Yeah. Wow, it's only been bleeding 3 corners. Yeah, it's been tight, hasn't it? Stick to your men here.
I just get worried with corners and stuff.
Yeah. Just stick to your men here. It's easy.
It's okay.
Right, get out to him now. Go on. Look at the 2 8s there, pressing like that.
That's where everyone should be coming a little bit.
Yeah, they should be coming with him. Should be pressing with him. Like that's the reason why they should be. Oh, feet and half that.
He's on.
Go on.
Go on.
Come on, United. You've got to make sure this goes.
Oh, Eriksen!
Of all the people, he was not expecting it to put
2 options. And
back on.
Oh, bleeding hell. That was a poor 10 seconds from him, that.
You would not expect that ball from him. United through on the break.
Even the shot just looked dragged a bit, didn't it? He had
that's the young guy.
2 runners. 2 runners then.
Wow. Probably that's a good thing for us. I know first half Sancho was all over him, but he's put some decent balls in when he's had the opportunity. So bringing him off.
Villa going right attacking there, bringing on a forward for a defensive midfielder. Traore. Callum Chambers on as well. Completely forgot he was a Premier League footballer. Can't lie. Come on, Lindelof. Good lad. Referee, that's a foul for us, surely.
Play on.
He's been really good today, Eriksen, as well. He's passing.
Yeah, that's made it even more surprising. It's probably the easiest pass he's had to make the whole game, hasn't it?
Because you know how good he is at that sort of first time. He scanned, he knows where
It was
they
only
are.
like a 5-yard pass he had to make as well. Another great ball over the top.
This over the top ball is working 9 times out of 10 on this defence. Every time.
The thing is, Rashford likes it to feet off, playing in front of him, done it rather than comes over the top to control it. And that's where we've been suffering. Whereas if Anthony's on the pitch, he likes bringing the ball out of the air.
Yeah. You got to get back now, Jaden. Oh, Luke Shaw, that's fantastic. That sitting right down.
Thought it could have been given that.
I thought it was a free kick. That.
Just stood his ground there.
25 minutes left. Come on, get another one.
Yeah, we do need another one, don't we? And they've not looked that dangerous, but you just know with
just
us.
Takes one mistake, doesn't it? And then
one mistake from them though as well. He's off, innit? Oh, they have to just put a little bit less on these balls now.
Well, long ball.
Go on, Davros. Good lad.
De Gea with a diving header.
I didn't think you'd be saying that today.
No, yeah.
First time we've seen him sweep our game, that. Oh my gosh. My leg won't stop bleeding going at this.
Looks like no changes in the other scores.
Nothing. Come on.
What's the half-hour kickoff?
That's a good question. That.
Liverpool Spurs. It will be a big good game.
That's
a big game as well.
I mean, it's a tough ask, but if they keep going the way they're going, Liverpool, they could still get European football.
Yeah.
But at the expense of Spurs.
Best thing was
Come on, United.
Klopp saying book the hotel.
Yeah.
You owe a lot of fans a lot of money, mate. One more. Have a go. Why not? Oh, bloody hell.
It's a bit tame. I know it's like a deflection, but
yeah,
it's tame
still. Yeah. Dallo, why are you jogging back, mate? You got to put fucking shift in to get back if you're going to go up. Oh, they're coming into the game a bit more now. Oh.
Too much space.
So the way they can just short passes and just and manage to do it without anyone putting a leg in.
It's when Casemiro goes up, one of the other 8s either has to take one for the team and just sit in his position, or one of the fullbacks comes in. One of the centre halves goes further wide. They become a 3.
We've been so bad at winning second balls as well this season.
To be honest, we're not been great at the first.
Yeah, true.
Things are like, who's he booting the ball up to here? I wouldn't even mind playing short here. I can't lie. Well, it's a bit, so there you go. Short then, shall I?
Villa had one shot on target all game.
And it was the big chance, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I'd like to say they're touched in our box, though.
Bruno looks like he's making more of them runs. I was saying in the first half that you won't really see him sort of taking man on or anything.
Yeah.
He's doing a lot more to be direct, make the fullback track back, etc. Well, even then, there's nothing for him there.
It's just gone a bit like meh. No, isn't it really?
Yeah. They're putting a lot going forward there, but you've got to be an option.
But it's just like tempo slowed down as well. Would you make any changes now?
I'll probably be looking to bring maybe Anthony on. I think Eriksen, if we look at that pass that he didn't make, maybe he should have done. Maybe fatigue getting
great ball.
I was just going to crack good pass there. Ooh. That was nearly a lovely move. But yeah, maybe Eriksen for Anthony or something. I think Eriksen sort of came back earlier than we expected him to due to sort of suspensions and injuries in the centre mid, and I'm not too sure how his fitness. But just to freshen things up, because Villa just seem like they're edging their way back into the game.
Absolutely agree. But I think he's the only one I bring on at the minute.
Yeah.
I won't bring Martial on.
No, I wouldn't. I would say Anthony. Just a bit of freshness as well, and
Yeah.
you know we'll have a few shots.
Yeah.
Anyone in the comments?
Yeah, we've literally just got a super chat in from that man again, Fruscione.
Oh.
I like Sancho, but I'm tired of watching him get a pass on the halfway line, carry it 40 yards, stop and create nothing. He has to do better than that. And I agree with him, but then he has sparks, doesn't he? Like
but the issue is he shouldn't have to be on the halfway line receiving the ball. We should be on the pitch.
Yeah. He should be in the final third getting it. Yeah. Take a man on.
Because he was doing that first half.
Yeah, he was doing it first half against Spurs as well. And then it just stopped. Maybe he's tired, you know. I know that's such a shit excuse for a footballer. Maybe he's
we played a lot of games.
Yeah.
Same before, it's like, compared to everyone else, it's ridiculous, really.
Oh. Through the bloody legs. The amount of times passes and goals go in through legs. Good lad, Casemiro.
Well played,
Good
Casemiro.
lad. Traore, shit out of that.
Yeah,
he absolutely shit out of that. And to be fair,
all he knows on he's had 2 red cards already this season.
There he is, the boss in attendance.
Big tie, that, isn't it?
Yeah. Hey, he can wear whatever he bleeding wants.
Yeah, he's earned that right.
Yeah. That was a big tie, I'll give you that. Big tie, that. But to be fair, to defend Traore, if Casemiro was running at me after winning the first ball, I'd probably run away. He's a scary man. Do you remember when everyone doubted he was here because he actually wanted to play for us and he was all for money and that?
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
That's bad. Come on. Yeah, I'd like to see some. At least United players warming up or something, man. Here we go, Anthony.
And Fred.
Eriksen and Sabitzer. Brazilian duo coming on.
Lindelof, get there. Good lad.
Oh, do you reckon he might take Bruno off?
No, I actually think he'll take Casemiro. He'll take Eriksen and Sabitzer off. I think.
They're all offside there, aren't they?
Do you think Rashford's had a good game?
No.
I mean, that looks. What's he doing here now? Get off him. Because there's been a lot of balls coming over the top, and he's not controlled a lot of them.
Oh, bleeding hell.
Casemiro again, man.
It's a whisker wide. Quite far out as well.
Weak foot and all. Oh, that would have been cherry that. Malacia assist as well. Oh, tell you what.
I don't know what was happening here though.
He's on the ball, then he gets off the ball and then rolls back onto the ball.
He's asking for the penalty and then goes, actually.
I know, but he does literally cup it, doesn't he?
It's all over his hands though.
He has handballed it.
He got winded.
Why is Martinez stood there for?
He looked like he was rubbing his head there, taking the piss.
If it was me, I'd be rubbing my head to tell him to go off.
I wouldn't be completely against if Martial for Rashford. It don't look like there's any goals coming through Rash.
Yeah. And if he's got
a little knock, you know.
It's the obvious change, isn't it?
But still, they might just do Rashford for. Oh no, he couldn't because he was up front then.
Well, here we go.
The boy Fred.
Yeah, man.
Game changer.
If it's not Rash here, surely it's Eriksen and Sabitzer.
They were on Sancho then, weren't they?
Were they?
Cameras, so.
Why has Marcus got gloves on?
It's cold. Leave him alone.
So delicate that. So soft that.
Who's a snooze? I'm glad they're gone.
Anyways, the substitution. Villa making another one as well. Another 2.
Digne and Duran. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really know who that Duran is. Told you, they were shitting themselves because that left back shit defensively.
Yeah. 15 left as well.
Buendia for Marino for Villa. Is that Duran for Digne?
I just want to know who they're bringing on for us. Taking off for us. Come on.
You know why it's taking so long to get Fred and Anthony on?
No.
Ericsson.
To be
Had
fair,
a decent game.
Yeah, apart from that sort of like last 5 minutes where he misplaced the pass.
Yeah.
And the shot was dragged. He's not had a bad game.
No, not at all.
Right. More from you, son. Pastor.
Sancho.
And Sancho.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Bruno must still be out on the right then.
We're putting Anthony out the left.
Oh, I don't know actually. Because there's no centre forward then. Rashford's still probably got to be a 9. Yeah, Anthony on the left.
Yeah, looks like it.
Looks like a 4-2-3-1 that.
Got a little like a foul as
Hey,
well.
look, yeah.
We got away with you today. Come on, just keep running just in case.
Oh. I don't like Anthony on the left.
How come?
Just because everyone knows what he's doing on the right, so they're going to know what he does on the left, and he can't shoot with his right foot.
No. Yeah. Well, this might mean he's got to whip him in a bit more than he has been doing.
Like Valencia in the old days.
Yeah.
It was funny because he only had one trick as well, didn't he?
I tell you what, his assists weren't too bad.
Oh no, yeah.
Oh,
I'm not taking it away from him.
Yeah.
He'd burn most defenders because he was built like a brick shithouse.
Yeah.
And he was rapid. Just one of them. Ooh.
Dave's had enough. Can't be Aston Villa anymore.
Clean sheet and a goal is simply not enough.
Come on.
Thing is though, Anthony should burn Callum Chambers here. He should burn him. He's not. I can't remember the last time Callum Chambers even played.
Yeah.
Intensity's dropped just a little bit, but fucking hell, come on, we've got to beat these, haven't we? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they've not done enough to sort of warrant a draw.
He's on.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, come on.
He's not had his best game in the United shirt as Marcus Rashford. Bound to score now. Leave me with egg on my face, innit?
I wouldn't mind though. I don't think you'd mind either.
Nah.
Keep him in here, box now. Box him in there. Seems to be guaranteed, doesn't it? Taking off Sancho every game, sort of 60, 75 minutes in or something. Go on in, Fred. He did a lot, but a little then, didn't he? That was good. Go on.
Oh, come on. Oh. There you go. That's what a little by Fred leads to. Decent chance there.
I'm glad he's had the confidence to bring him back on again. Not like there was any other centre mids on the bench, because there literally wasn't. Oh my God. Good run that from Bruno as well. Alright, take him on.
Yeah, here's Anthony and his weaker
Fred?
side.
Corner. Oh, no. Squeaky now, innit?
Oh.
Go on. Oh. Oh my God. Get up, you knobhead. How's he gone down that easy? Come on. Last 10 added time. Malacia, good again. Stepping up there.
Get you updates on any of the other scores at the moment. That bomb at Newcastle 3-1.
Stand him.
United can't be dropping points today.
Oh, no. Oh my days. Victor
Lindelof off the line. This is ridiculous. Get rid of the ball.
Oh, Victor. What a block that was.
Let's see that again. Cannot be dropping any more points.
Oh.
To be fair, Sabitzer as well got involved there in a bit of like last.
Oh, Victor.
Victor Lindelof.
Oh, they've got encouragement now though off that, haven't they?
Just about 10 minutes left in the game. Villa definitely creeping more back into it. They'll take some sort of encouragement from having the ball cleared off the line by Victor Lindelof. But United still have it. Need another one. I hate 1-0s are the worst, aren't they? Going to the last 10 minutes.
You get through this though. It's only 10 minutes. It's only 10 minutes.
It's only 10.
10 minutes. Just hold out. Do enough. Dig deep.
But this has been the problem. I mean, I'm not saying Villa will get an equalise, but just closing out or seeing out games convincingly. I can't remember a game where we've been leading and it got to the last 10-15 minutes where we didn't invite them onto us. Every single game it happens.
What's convincing? There hasn't been a recent memory where we've been that convincing in closing a game out, like total domination.
Yeah.
Still keeping the ball, playing it around nicely, even creating chances when you're just trying to win the game, Oh my God,
you keep making them mistakes, lads.
This looks like a shadow of a team that beat us at Villa Park.
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
Well, they got the new manager bounce, because am I right in thinking that's when Emery just signed them, didn't he?
Yeah. He'd not been there long.
No. And then we beat him, didn't they? Oh, was Maguire coming on?
So we can see Ten Hag laying instructions to Harry Maguire.
He's got written down on that piece of paper, stay the fuck away from the pitch. You don't go anywhere in green.
He's not even bringing him on, he's just telling him, don't leave this seat.
Yeah. I can't see why he'd bring Maguire.
Why? Why would you? Both centre-halves have been top. Just to disrupt it. Or maybe he goes, right, we'll take Malacia off, to be stern the last sort of 5 minutes or so, and then put Shaw to left back. But then you're disrupting it all in the middle then.
And you just know if Maguire came on, there'd be an error and an equaliser.
Oh, God.
Villa
was the last time he played Seville? It was, wasn't it? In Seville?
that mistake.
Two things. To be fair,
Shaw and Lindelof had a great game. Lindelof there trying to rally the Reds around him. But sizable team, aren't they, up front? Aston Villa, I think both Shaw and Lindelof have done well.
He is coming on.
Is he coming on?
Yeah. He's giving instructions then.
Sabitzer, and would he go 5 at the back?
Ooh. Have we seen him play 5 at the back, Ten Hag?
Oh, fuck off!
Hey, ref, it's a high foot. Right, calm it down now. Calm it down, Jesus Christ. You'll be happy to know, Davros, that Harry Maguire is being instructed to come on.
My captain.
Just you and you alone, mate.
Trying another overhead kick, eh?
Hey, tell you what, he's got him. See, that's come off Conte, that, hasn't it? He's blocked it himself.
Oof, kick in the head there.
Yeah, Shaw got that in the head.
Good lad putting his head there, knowing he's going to finger it. He has actually just been booted in the head, hasn't he?
5 minutes to go, Old Trafford.
How many minutes had it on?
It's a bit. So I reckon 5 at the back.
Yeah, we might go 5 at the back now.
This could be the first time we see it 5 at the back for Ten Hag.
Might put him at centre forward.
Please put him at centre.
Remember when he did that?
Yeah, look, he took Rashford off, so he's just trying to show up shot. Rashford's not been there today.
No.
Been out of sorts.
Martial's
on as well.
He's got gloves on as well.
Yeah, I'm going to say Maguire at the back. Just play 3 in the middle and bang it over the top to Martial to run onto. Yeah, Rashford certainly looked out of sorts today.
He has a bit, hasn't he?
Every ball coming over the top, and I think the more it went on that he wasn't being able to control it or get any clean chances away. The game escaped him.
Well, we know Rashford's game. It's receiving the ball, turning and taking people
out
of pace,
yeah.
You know. And we saw it throughout the entirety of the first half. The sort of long ball we're playing. Why are you booking if I didn't hear you? Oh, Garrett, you knob. Well, you get your whistle out now, won't you?
Go on, just see it through. Newcastle 3-1.
I don't think he heard him. I'm backing him. I don't think he heard him.
City Fulham still 2-1.
Yeah.
City are beating Fulham 2-1.
They're grinding fucking results out as well now.
That's what we need to be doing now. Emery's screaming from the side.
John. But the thing is, we've
John.
That's what he's saying. But he's in his accent. I don't know what it's going to sound like.
Well, it'd be Juan, wouldn't it?
John.
The rain-soaked fucking vampire.
Dave. John. I actually have no idea what formation we're playing. No idea. Because Dallow's up there, but then Anthony's over here. So where's Malacia?
Left back.
Casemiro's right back at the minute. Bleeding hell.
It's a weird substitution, that.
It was, wasn't it?
He has made some mad ones recently, though. Yeah, he's just trying to see it out now, isn't he?
Yeah.
Is that what you were saying? We need to be better at doing that. Just shutting up shop.
But we need to get to the point where we don't have to shut up shop.
Well, the thing is, we're Victor Lindelof saved on the goal line, didn't he, away from being 1-1?
Yeah. It's our ball. It's only 10 minutes.
I thought we were the better team in the first half.
Yeah, definitely.
There's not been much in the second half.
Fair,
they probably had the better chance of that Lindelof thing.
Villa came out straight away for the second half, going for it a little bit more. He was just sat behind the ball for first half.
This is what it's going to be like till the end of the season now, I think. I don't think we're going to get any brilliant performances, just trying to sluggish, trying to get through, try and graft 3 points for every single game.
Hey, if we saved one brilliant performance from now to the end of the season and it was the FA Cup final.
Well, that's exactly it, isn't it? Yeah.
Thank you very much. Focus on this pissing game now. Come on. What is it? Probably 5 minutes left.
Less than that, I'd say, would you?
Hit him now. Oh, you've got to talk there. Come on. That's not a foul. We're giving these opportunities just flaunt the ball into the box. Switch on. It's too easy. God, Malacia. I'll do.
Did you give him man of the match today?
I would actually. He's been absolutely everywhere.
He's up there for me.
Could be the best game I've seen him play.
Yeah, because he's been involved all over, not even just down his side of the pitch. He's been, I think he's definitely one of the better man. That's a foul. Manchester United performances. Lindelof again, good display at centre back. Fernandez and Ericsson were decent throwing balls over the top and stuff. But I mean, that probably tells you more about the game, isn't it? When our left backs getting man of the match. But it's nearly there now. Wasn't the greatest of performances. It's all about the points at this time of the season.
It is. We'll be. I'm not saying it yet. No, I'm not saying it yet. I'm not saying fuck all yet.
How many are adding on?
Lindelof good on the bar there.
4 minutes.
Wow, 4 minutes.
Come on, Tony. You got fresh legs there. Just need to be sprinting there. Good lad. Keep going. Keep going. Oh, bloody hell.
Let us know who you think your man of the match was. Just like 3 minutes.
If it's not Malacia, I'm sorry. How's he got that much space in the middle there? Good, Casemiro. I think he's took that right in the face, to be fair.
Yeah, he's got it right in the nose, hasn't he?
Oh, see there. Bloody hell. Bloody sweating here.
Yeah. Ten Hag sort of gone Unai Emery, hasn't he, second half, in terms of packing the defence.
Look, if he needs to do it to hold out,
Yeah.
by all means.
Well, we give criticism for some of his substitutions, so we have to give credit if it works and sees the game out. I don't think we're going to be chasing any more goals, just keep hold of the ball. That's...
It's a little toe poke, that. Get out. Good, we're moving up, wasting time and moving up. Oh, go on. You can waste time there.
Go on, Fred.
One more.
Again.
Go on.
Well played, did well there, Anthony.
Oh, the shot.
Yeah.
What's the bleeding shot there? Shaw did enough then. Did enough.
Bit of a scrap here.
What can you team Shaw? Go on.
Your mate's having none of it.
It's not my mate. I regret saying anything positive about him now, honestly. There's a lot of movements, but not a lot of words coming out of his mouth there.
I don't understand what he's moaning for. Just get on with the game. Shaw's pushed him again there.
Don't know what's happened there.
He's just fucking
He's just hit me.
Yeah. Oh, go on, Anthony, lad. That's quality. Referee!
See what I mean?
No, he's not giving
How's he not give that? But he'll give that. Oh my God, Garrett, you absolute knob. He just pushed him blatantly there. How's he not seeing that?
The thing is, the way Anthony took that ball down, that's why we could have done with him earlier on in the game.
Yes, Casemiro. That's fucking brilliant there. At that time of the game as well. Oh, Bruno.
No, we didn't need to do that. Easy football, Bruno.
Just clean him out there.
Load the whistle left. 20 seconds left. Oh, this would be nice.
I hate this.
You can't let Callum Chambers beat you 1v1. Oh, he's actually... Malacia. Oh.
Aston Villa free kicks, about 20 yards out. It's got to be the last kick of the game, this.
Oh, why has he done that there? I'd have let him just run. Fucking hell.
It'd be terrible for many of these, but he's not deserved this if they were to score.
No.
Come on, De Gea. Show David Pritt why you're still one of the best goalkeepers in the world, despite him hating you so much.
This is the good bit. He does have to stop it.
Yeah,
it's fine. Unless he float it in, that's when I'll get worried.
You said he was a Spanish Mark Bosnich. I heard you.
Bosnich is a Villa legend, isn't he? I'm sure.
Yeah.
Just keep it tight, please.
Just if you blast it over, I'll be happy. Just thinking about it though, aren't they?
Well, yeah, four reds for bleeding to decide.
They've taken a minute arranging this last free kick.
This has to be the last kick then, surely. It has to be the last kick.
Aston Villa have. Oof.
Yes, Victor.
Away, Victor Lindelof.
Out.
Right, blow.
Get out now.
Good. Referee blows his whistle. Manchester United beat Aston Villa by 1-0 Old Trafford. Wasn't the greatest performance, but 3 points much needed, and 3 points we got. It's not been a while since Harry Maguire was on the pitch where Manchester United won a game. So
and that's
a clean sheet. So it's, success all around. Thank you everybody that's been watching the watch along. Stay where you are. You're going to be transformed magically by producer Callum, because he's a wizard behind there on the production. He's just giving me the big thumbs up. And we'll be going to what to call it?
Review.
A live review. I was going to say preview. Won't be that, but we're on the review. See you soon.